Good morning and welcome to Jewellery Maker. Welcome to the morning show. I hope that you're well. My name is Vicky. If you don't normally see me, I'm normally on the late show. It's really nice to be here in the morning, really lovely. And I'm also here with the very lovely Mark Smith. How are you doing?
We were just saying, it's not very many Saturdays I do a year. So,
no.
So to do it together, normally the top team in the evening show.
That's absolutely, absolutely, yeah. Why not, hey, why not, yeah.
No,
I was saying yesterday how much I love the morning show because I get to see the Wall of Fame.
And we've had a little sneaky peek
We
this
have
morning.
had a little sneaky peek, yes.
Wow.
We were over there like this, having a little nose at all the pictures, going, that's really good. Oh, that's amazing. That's great. Yeah. We've got some fabulous things in for you today. We've got some great new ins as well. So never been seen before. This is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. This is look at that. This is a beautiful Ethiopian opal drops. Look at that. Wow. Just absolutely incredible. You can really see. Wow, this is my presenter's pick, and we've only got 100 of these, I think. I mean, just phenomenal, absolutely beautiful. Look at all that colour in there. That is beautiful. Then we've got this. If you were with us yesterday, this would go just perfectly, absolutely perfectly with those Spinel nuggets that we had. This is exquisite. The surface area is amazing, so you can really see that sparkle. Look at that. Wow. Wow. I absolutely adore Spinel, and it's such a tough gemstone. They rub it down so much that you get that incredible luster. Oh, I love it. That is beautiful. Mix that with gold, and you've got the most Art Deco look. I'm going to pop those on there. And then we've got these.
This is my favourite for today, I think.
So?
This is my favourite strand.
Is it? This is amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh my word is all I can say about that. The faceting is exquisite. We've got 70 carats worth it. Look at those. Wow, they're going under £40. Oh, wow. How many have we got on there? 2, 4, 6, 10 of them. Less than £4, a beautiful quartz. Wow. Right, we are going to start with this early bird, your favourite. Mark knows the price of this and he's crying a little bit in the corner. Look at all of these. Wow. 10 beautiful nugget strands. We have got, what have we got on there? We've got red jasper, we've got amazonite, we've got peach moonstone. That is beautiful, actually, the way it catches the light. We've got lapis lazuli. We have then got blue fluorite. That's really unusual to have in a collection like this. We have then got carnelian. We've got rose quartz, smoky quartz, pink amethyst, and yellow tiger's eye. I mean, what an absolute mix of beautiful gems in there. Just fabulous. They're beautifully long strands. They're about 84 centimetres, 84 to 86 centimetre strand. They are just incredible. A phenomenal mix of colour. An absolutely beautiful mix of colour. That amazonite is just, wow. Look at that. That is so beautifully bright. These are your favourite, aren't they, to work with?
And as I said, we've seen the price that they've been to before, but this morning, I'm quite devastated. But never mind. And you've got you mentioned it before, blue fluorite in the middle there, which is just incredible to have just a solid blue fluorite on a strand. Part of a bundle like this, that should be on its own, in my opinion.
I think so too. I mean, to find so many in this colour, is amazing, and it just has a little bit of a hum of sort of colour in there, rather than like a sparkle. It sort of glows with colour. That is so stunning. I mean, I think when you're looking at this, there's so many that you can mix together. So like the rose quartz and the pink amethyst, smoky quartz and the tiger's eye, the carnelian and the red jasper. Let's pop that over there like that. You've got the lapis, all those blues, the peachy tones that will go with anything. They're just phenomenal, aren't they?
You know what I would do with them.
Absolutely. Yes, for memory wire bracelets.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, there's £300 there, sat there in memory wire bracelets. Obviously you'd need the memory wire and a few accent beads that we were talking about on the late show the other evening. But as I said, you've got £300 there.
Wow.
So if you want to do really quick fixes to fill up your craft store for your first craft sale this summer, this is the way to go.
And what a money maker as well.
Yeah, brilliant.
Absolute money maker. Yeah, so you're saying you could quite easily make, with these gems, £300 worth.
So you can get 2, 3 to 4 coilers out of each double strand.
Yeah.
They start at £15 each. I mean, it's
phenomenal.
And they're so popular.
Yeah, they're incredible. We've got, I think we've got some memory wire coming up a little bit later on as well. So, I mean, phenomenal to see all these beautiful colours. I love how organic they are. I love the colour in them. And the beauty of these, I think, when you always know that you get great value when it comes to nugget strands. I find the beauty of these is that if you want to have them just sort of re-stranded, or you can have like quite a dainty look if you want to, just use a few of them. Or, my favourite, I think, is if you want to create that big sort of modern chunky style necklace, you could do that, put a coil on the end, some beautiful strands, and you've got a real lovely statement piece, and you've still got great value, and you've used, well, you don't even have to use as much as I've done there.
No, absolutely.
They look cool together, I like that. The Amazonite and
I can't believe you've got
blue
fluorite in there. I really can't believe that.
Really lovely. Really, really beautiful. Let's pop that on there. Right then, so easy to grab these. We have got, you can grab it here at Jewellery Maker. We've got 10 strands, spectacular. Indeed it is. Amazonite, red jasper, pink amethyst, blue fluorite, smoky quartz, carnelian, peach moonstone, lapis lazuli, rose quartz, and tiger's eye. 10 strands. If you were to get them all separately, £30.50, already amazing, because you're saying you've got £300, if that's what you want to do, £300 worth of jewellery that you can create there. So 10 strands, spectacular. What if we take, wow, yes, let's say £1.80 a strand, £17.95.
It's never been as low as that.
No, that's why it's an early bird, you see. That's why it's an early bird. This is amazing. So £17.95. Actually, when we told you, we're like, no, you can't do that. You actually can't do that.
You've got really high-end strands in there as well.
Yeah.
So I was really taken aback. Really taken aback.
It's phenomenal, isn't it? £17.95 for 10 strands. Like I say, you could make little drop earrings and use 3, 4, even a few more if you wanted to, and you'd get a massive amount.
And if you've got a lot of 0.4 or even 0.6 wire at home, to just make rosary link spectacle chains.
Gorgeous.
Using little groups of coloured, absolutely, of the chips. Miss Rosary Link, I love Rosary Linking.
I do too. I think it's lovely, really lovely. So here's a couple of ideas of what you can do if you want to do and create that sort of big statement design with these. I mean, they're amazing. That's what I love. I love those big statement designs, and it's so easy to do with these. So easy to do. Love that. Also, you can do, this is with fire opal nuggets, but if I just swap that over, if you want to make it a little bit more intricate, bit more sort of design, bit more evening wear, that's amazing.
And you've got plenty of tones in those strands that you could actually colour grade. I mean, you've got the hot colours and the warm and the cold colours.
Yeah.
So you can separate the two into 2 different groups first of all, and then you can mix and match the stones. Oh, that's just perfect. I mean, yeah. So I don't know. How would you grade them into 2 sets? Which route would you go down?
I think, like, I do that, but I think I would go with the blues. Yeah, that's the way I would separate them. Only because this Amazonite keeps drawing me in every time I turn around. I'm like...
See, I would mix that with the smoky quartz. Amazonite and smoky quartz is without doubt my favourite combination.
Amazing, yeah, beautiful. And they're both there as well. And just swap that over to there.
I just think that's a stunning combination.
Yeah, I mean, they're just phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. See 10 strands at £17.95, and that's the beauty of getting so many that you can take it to £1.80 a strand. That's ridiculous.
It's not there anymore. It's actually closed down. But we used to have an art shop which used to sell craft products and things in Witney, and they would sell half lengths of those, so 1 length of the double for £4.95.
Wow!
So to get 2 of them for £1.79 in effect, so I think it's silly.
It's crazy, isn't it? I'm just going to grab one of the strands to show you how long it is, because that could be done.
Just done.
Done. Easy. And look at me. I'm a jewellery maker. I've done it.
That's right.
But that's so easy, and you could literally do that, couldn't you? With all the festivals coming up and all that sort of stuff, you literally could just
sell them, resell them.
Resell them.
A 5 or a double.
Yeah.
And make some money back on them if you wanted
to. Wow. Amazing. £17.95. Well done if you managed to grab that. Thank you so much for joining us on a Saturday morning. Janet, Sybil, Susan, Jane, Lorna, Niana. We've got Sylvia, Joyce, Tracy, Margaret. We have got Vera, Melina, we've got John, Janet, Julie, Elaine, Miss Elizabeth from Sussex, we've got Carol, Thora, Patricia, Paula, Belinda, Karen, Patricia, Janice, Valerie, well done holding on the phone lines. Who else just come through? Jean, well done to you. I mean, this is a phenomenal deal not to be missed, is it what
I've mentioned on the show before is that you could also treat gemstone strands like this, the chips, as samples.
Yeah.
And when you see bundles like this, buy them and just store them somewhere. I mean, if you've got room if you have a room that you do. I mean, I'm lucky. I've got a little spare bedroom that I do my jewellery in.
That's lovely.
And just to be able to have the complete range of chips, so then you can see which colours match with which colours, textures with textures,
Perfect.
and then you can move on to buying rounds or faceted stones, gems of distinction, and you already know in the back of your mind which stone colour works with which. So to have them as, we were talking about colour charts in DIY shops, weren't we? With paint colours.
Yeah.
You could do exactly the same with this.
Absolutely, yeah. You could sort of hang them up. We had a great hanging container sort of compartment yesterday, and you could quite easily, had little loops with Velcro on them, and you could quite easily, as we were yesterday, hang them all up and match them up, move them about, and just have a quick look at them, because that's it. You want to know what goes with each other before you start creating.
Yeah, no, it's brilliant.
These are fab.
I think they're ace.
Yeah.
The jeweller's friend.
Absolutely, absolutely. Don't forget, if you've got any questions or anything that you'd like to ask here on Jewellery Maker, you can do. You can text us here in the studio at 60777. You just need to start your message with the JM Studio. You can also message on the web. If you are there on the web, well done. So yeah, any questions that you might have for Mark, or anything that you've got, any questions at all that you've got. And don't forget as well, once you have opened up your parcel ready to come to you, you only pay postage and packaging once from midnight through to midnight. So if you've already started, you can then load up, and you'll just be paying £2.95. You've got your 30-day money-back guarantee, and that's on any pieces as well, which I think sometimes if you've got, and it doesn't matter whether it's the £17.95 for 10 strands, or you're buying, I don't know, 1 strand of opals, doesn't really matter, or whatever it is that you're purchasing, you've got that 30-day money-back guarantee.
Can I be really naughty?
Please.
Can I look at camera 3 and just say 2 words?
Go for it.
Paracord bundle. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say.
Yes. It's coming.
Yep.
That's it. Right, that was amazing. So this was our early bird, 10 beautiful strands for you, 10 beautiful strands. We had carnelian, we had red jasper, pink amethyst, we've got rose quartz, lapis lazuli, blue fluorite, we've got tiger's eye, which is amazing. We have got peach moonstone, that gorgeous smoky quartz, and probably my favourite, that beautiful amazonite there on the end. Stunning. We've got just a few of those left, but there are lots and lots of you with it in your basket. I think that's a great way to start. We've never really seen it at that price before. So £1.80 a strand. Don't rub it in, says Mark, because I'm stood here. Love that. Right. I'm just going to pop that over there because we'll come back to that a little bit later just in case people have missed it. But so many of you grabbing it and people multi-buying. Well done to you. Well done. Right then, let's grab this now. Ooh, let's grab, actually, let's... Wow. This is amazing. This is a little bit like a cheeky second early bird. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. There's so much in there.
Yeah.
Oh, my... Wow. Wow, wow. How... Oh my wow, absolutely, says Martha. Oh my wow. I tell you what, right, let's have a little look at it. I've not seen this. This was launched with Zena, I think, on the Late Show. I've not seen this before. This is a storage carriage case with 56 assorted boxes. For you today, it's just like the best start for you, isn't it?
Chips and storage.
Chips and storage.
Well, just a quarter of an hour.
Yeah,
perfect.
Before 10 o'clock on a Saturday morning, chips and storage. Wow, let's have a little look at this, because this is amazing. Wow. Okay, so I open this up. There's so much in here. Right, we've got lots of different sizes, so I'm going to grab just sort of a couple of each size so you can have a little look at them. Wow. Oh, yes. And it's sort of double layered. I've got 2 of those in there. Chock-a-block.
They're ace, aren't they?
Absolutely chock-a-block. I love that they're clear. That's what I love about that. I love that they're clear, so you don't even necessarily have to get them out to be able to see what's in them. That's fabulous. I love all those different sizes. I love that they've sort of made up the extra, so if you don't even use these larger ones, you can use all those smaller ones in there as well and really fill that up. That is just beautiful. I love that you can have this little gap here. You could have pieces that you were making up in these larger ones here. It's a real mix, and it's up to you. They all come out, they all come out, they all move, and wow. To get yourself so organised, this is just perfect. Absolutely perfect. The beauty of this as well, not only can you see straight through them, so you don't even need to get them all out, it's got that gorgeous handle on there as well. You just pick it up and off you go. Wow, this is just amazing.
I'm having a little dabble with bridal this year. I've got a couple of commissions for friends,
yeah,
rather
amazing.
than. So I'm a bit nervous, but I've had lots of chats with other designers who put me on the right way. And I just think to have this as a sample case for all of your pearls, so you can have all your colours, all your sizes, maybe a bit sterling silver findings down one side. So when you go to see a prospective bride, you've got a really nice little case with everything in, just to take out and have a look and mix.
Amazing. And it makes you look so professional.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's right. No,
you're so and so organised for you as well. That's the beauty of it. Rather than having sort of a box that you take and scrapple around and try and find anything, you can then lay it out with all of those and have it, and everyone can see exactly what you're looking at.
Sterling silver box. Just all your findings. Keep them all safe in one place.
Yeah, I mean, just fabulous. You could have, if you were to do that and you would sort of take them to people's houses for commissions and things like that, you could have have made up pieces in these larger boxes. So you could have one for necklaces, one for bracelets, and you just pick it up and off you go, and you've got all of those samples in there ready to go. You've got some made up pieces so they can see what sort of designs you can make. That's amazing. Just fabulous, and so easy to pick up and off you go. And even if you just do this as a hobby, how perfect to maybe have one that you say, like you have pearls and sterling silver in, one with your chips and nuggets in, because I'm not being funny, if you just bought 10 strands, you're going to need some storage to put them in.
Absolutely. I mean, we do a range called, I think it's called the Cut Collection, which has very amazingly faceted stones. Yeah. So I've actually spoken to a lady on one of the workshops, and she has little boxes like this, and she gets household sponges, and she cuts out little squares, pops them in the boxes, and then lays her special stones, she calls them, in the tops of the sponge. Just closes up the lid and it keeps them nice and safe, and you can get them out and have a look at them. So for that side of things, I think it's a
great idea.
Fantastic idea.
Just really so lovely, so lovely. This is fabulous. I can't quite get over how much is in here. I think that's what it is. So storage carriage case with 56 assorted boxes. We are going to match that launch price that Zena did. What? No, it is not. $9.95.
Wow.
Wow. And there are so many multi-buyers. Congratulations if you're one of those. This is incredible. There's so much in here. And I love all those different sizes. I love the different sizes of the boxes, because I think you've got little spacer beads, or you've got sort of smaller elements that you want to keep nice and neat, nice and tidy, or match them up. They're great.
Have you got a little business card size?
That would, they would fit in there. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, perfect. That would fit business cards in, 100%.
Yeah, so also make sure you've got some of those with you as well.
100%. Yeah, no problem.
That's fab, isn't it?
It's amazing. Do you know what I love? I love that you can move them around as well. It's up to you how you store them in there. That's the bonus of it. You can have them sort of laying down. You can have sort of a set at home that you just have, that you have a go-to in another box, or that's amazing. Wow.
I just like to spend 10 minutes tipping them out on the floor and putting them back in again.
Putting them back in again. How rock and roll your life is. They are amazing. These are perfect. Absolutely perfect. This is great. This is absolutely great. And I can't believe that is $9.95.
No, that's amazing. That's an amazing price.
I don't quite know what's going on. Wow. Right, we're going to move on. There's lots and lots of you there. There are so many multi-buyers. I just want to say congratulations, because I think with these, as you will probably vouch for, can't have enough of them.
I don't think you'll find anything like that for under £10 on the market either.
No way. And like I said, they all come out and they all move, so use it as you like.
That's fab.
Yeah, you've got the bonus of having so much storage in there, but absolutely use it as you like. Doesn't matter, does it? Don't forget my presenter's pick. Oh, lime, goodness me. I can't get over this colour. Take a look. What? Look at that illuminating green, and that's all over, and it's so difficult. I really get upset a little bit actually when you see Opal on screen, because it gets so bleached out and you do miss so much of the colour, but you're still seeing a massive amount. Look at that.
We don't have to apologise for this strand.
No way. No, this is amazing. Even on there it's amazing.
Yeah. This is the one that's been on the little VT over the weekend, hasn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
it is.
Beautiful.
And then we've got these.
I know.
And I said, and this is no lie, I went, I just want to learn to wire wrap just so I can make a ring out of these, because these are out of this world. These are out. Look at that. Whoa. Right, where's my favourite? I found a favourite because it glitters. Was it that one? One absolutely glitters. There's one with a rainbow in. Look at that. Look at that. That's a square one. Never seen it. Look at that. Whoa. These are amazing. We've got these coming up at 10 o'clock. This is going to be a spotlight deal. Wow.
Martha was absolutely correct this morning when she said our Labradorite quality at the moment is second to none. It's just incredible. Yeah, it is amazing, isn't it? It is amazing. And even Martha said, yeah, I bought these. I don't know what to do with them, but I bought them because they're so amazing. I love that. I love that. Right then. Let's grab. Oh, wow. Now, we have, I'll tell you what, we've got so many amazing deals today. I know. Bless Martha was like, I've been planning this show for months. So literally every time something else comes in, she's like, I have it. I have that. Now, do you remember how popular we had something similar, didn't we? Well, we had the same thing, didn't we? But we had different colours. These are... We were talking about looking like wire mesh, didn't we, the other evening? These really do. Yeah, we had the brighter colours. I love the fact that we've got more kind of neutral tones coming in. We've got, so we've got copper, bronze and black, and this is Zari Rope. I'm just going to undo one of them, actually, just so that we can have a little look at exactly what it looks like. You made some beautiful pieces. We treated it as though it was paracord. That's it, do you remember? Absolutely. And you did all the different designs like paracord, because I had a lady ask me on Facebook actually, and said, I've got some of these coming and I thought they were beautiful, but I'm not quite sure what to do with them, so I'm very excited to see how Mark works, and that was on the Late Show. And you created some beautiful pieces and used them exactly the same way as you use paracord. Yeah, no, it was fantastic. I think this is going to be the product of the year. I really do this year. I think so too. It's outstanding. It looks a little bit like the Viking knit. Viking knit, thank you. Yeah. And also it's you really. I might need to hand this over to you actually, because you were showing that you can drop gems down the centre of it as well. Absolutely. Yeah. I'm just going to pass that over if that's all right. Yeah. There we go. And you managed to pop. These are so popular. I know, these are crazy popular. Oh my goodness me. They're the best. So we're just gonna, let's have a little look. So we've got three reels. We've got 3 reels. It's 25 metres in all. 25 metres in all. There's so many people multi-buying. We're gonna do those. Whoa, $6.95. Oh really? You've got amazing gunmetal black as well, which is just. Yes, that's amazing, isn't it? There you go. So you can actually, if you want to, drop gems down the centre of them, those sort of beautiful, or even, you know, those spacer beads that we get, the little round spacer beads, that would be amazing down there. I was imagining this filled with white pearls, 5 or 6 mil pearls. So all I've done is I've taken the round nose pliers and I've just basically just put it in, and it concertinas up as well, so you can do a couple of inches of hollow just from threading it down. If you've got something like a knitting needle or a crochet needle, I mean, you could probably get a foot all scrunched up and just open it up and then fill it with your beads.
Perfect.
No, it's the best. Love it.
That is incredible, isn't it? I love it. Absolutely love it. So we've got 25 metres. So I saw the really bright colours. We had like purples and blues and teal colour. Yeah, it was lovely. Yeah. I love these neutral colours though, because they're going to go with all those wires and...
These are amazing.
They are so gorgeous, and you use them just like paracord, didn't you? Exactly, so just like the designs on paracord. Yeah. Did you use it on your macrame board?
Yes, exactly the same way. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah,
perfect. Perfect. And I think as well, you were saying before about having a different board for different things is perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
Love that. So $6.95. Do we have a text? Love that. Oh, brilliant idea. Mark, I use a straw to insert beads. Perfect. What a great idea.
Yeah. Oh, brilliant. That's just the right thickness as well. So
yeah, it is. It really is, isn't it? Yeah, perfect. So many of you grabbing this. Well done. I think it's $6.95. Ah, Victoria says, oh no, I said I wasn't going to buy today, but I have no other colours. It's amazing to work with. Gives such lovely designs. Lovely to see, Mark. There you go. That's great, isn't it? These make the most beautiful alternative chains for heavy pendants. Yeah. So light, fantastic, says Angela. Yeah, really lovely, just to have them as a necklace form.
18-inch section, and you can actually flatten the ends and get them inside your ribbon ends that you have in your findings pack. So it's a really nice way of finishing.
Yeah, really nice way of finishing.
Or make cones with your Wags Y cone if you wanted a wire cone.
Absolutely, so, yeah, that would be great. Or even with like these nuggets, I think that would be great, and have those. Yeah, that would be fab. Wow. $6.95. Behave. I think as well, if you've never used them and never worked with them, because they are, this is only the second time I've seen them. I think if you've not used them before, what a great way to start using for a new medium at $6.95 for 25 metres. And great colours as well, because they're going to go with everything.
We're going to go with all your wires, aren't they? That's fantastic.
Yeah, I think that they're going to sell out, so we're going to move on. Do check your baskets out if you've got them though.
Well.
Love. Oh wait, hang on. Is it these ones? I think.
Oh, these are amazing.
These are amazing. Right, hang on, because I've got a couple of lots of these. I've got. Aha! There we go. Hold up. There we go. And these were. Oh, these are nice colours.
I haven't seen these before.
These are amazing colours. They're brand new. That's why I've never seen them.
Ah.
Let's just double. Yeah, wow. Right, let's grab them. A bit of confusion because we've got two. We've got like pastel-y luminous colours, and then we've got like deeper colours. So let's grab all of these. Are these the right ones? These are the right ones, aren't they? Look at these. Whoa. Again, brand new. Wow. Huh. So 10 metres in each. This is an absolute bumper pack, isn't it? Look at those. So we've got 10 metres worth of your red elastic, then 10 of orange, yellow, green, dark blue, fuchsia, dark purple, and the black. Yes. I love these. And we're always talking about how easy it is just to sort of restrand and make a stretchy bracelet. Perfect.
And to have an interior colour going through your beads. It's going to match every single bead we've got.
Where are they? I think oh no, wait, these ones are even better. I can imagine, we've got these coming up a little bit later. Great bright colours through that. Couldn't be more perfect.
No.
Couldn't be more perfect, because you're going to see that great colour, because of the clarity of that quartz, you're going to see that great colour. Everything about the beauty of the gem is perfect. And I think, look at all those colours. So 10 metres worth of bright elastic, and you're getting 10 reels, so 100 metres worth of elastic. Right, this is going to be your challenge. Oh yes. I'm very excited to see what you do with these, because all these colours for me are fabulous. They're absolutely amazing colours. I love that they've got sort of a variation on a theme of these colours as well, which is great. Now, what do you think you might do with these?
I'm going to macrame with them.
You're going to macrame with elastic?
Yeah. That's my challenge. This is a real challenge. Yeah.
Wow, that's so cool. And how easy is that to do?
Really, really, really easy.
Is it?
All I'm just using a couple of pins to hold the knot before the one I'm knotting, just to hold it in position. But yeah, working really well. And all you're going to do is going to tie at the back, and so no clasps, right? Just tie it, and you've got an elasticated macrame bracelet.
Wow! And how much give do you get off of that? You know, when you...
Oh, quite a lot.
You do, because you pull it quite tight, but not tight enough to lose any of the give in it.
And what I tend to do is whenever I'm using elastic, you take a piece off the reel. If I do that now, just take a piece off.
Yeah.
Let's get rid of these labels. Okay. And all I do is I stretch it first before I use it.
Yeah.
And what this does is I'm not a scientist, but what happens is it changes the
Pretend you are. Pretend you are.
It changes the molecular structure of the elastic.
I'm fooled.
And it becomes a lot firmer.
Amazing.
So it's really good. And I think it's slightly thinner than our usual elastic we get in our kit. So you can actually double strand this as well if the drill hole is large enough.
Cool.
To add a bit more strength.
Perfect. We've got a lovely text message. Victoria says, great if you do children's parties.
Perfect. Yeah.
I think perfect. And I think even if you are not a big seller of jewellery, I think if I had a friend who made children's bracelets and I went, I will buy 10 or 20 off you for my niece's birthday. Yeah. No, you don't even have to be a seller of jewellery, but you become one slightly by doing this.
No, it's brilliant.
Yeah, perfect. So 10 meters worth in 10 bundles here, and we're going to be doing the
7p a metre for elastic.
7p a metre.
That's brilliant.
You can't go wrong with that, can you? Because you could keep that, couldn't you, for quite some time. And I think even if you have, you know people that are having kids' parties, that's perfect. I love that you can macrame with it.
Yeah, it's going to be
good.
What
gorgeous colours to be macrameing with.
Yeah. I've gone for a bright, if you got that, I love that luminous green.
Yes, me too.
Stunning.
That's amazing. But pop those two together, that would be fab. You could do that, those oranges together. Black you can't go wrong with, can you? And for adults and kids, that's what I love about this.
Well, as I said, you've got all your gemstone colours in there, haven't you?
Yeah, that's it. I have to say, I think mixing those with white quartz and putting that through so you can see all that colour in there, going to be fab.
That's brilliant. And what's really good for elastic as well is if the drill holes are large enough, you can make really good beady beads. So you use elastic as your thread for doing your beady beads.
Amazing.
And then you can pop larger gemstones inside because you've got that give around the beady bead, which is really nice.
Perfect. So really, from going here, we've got some bright coloured elastic. There is actually endless amounts that you can do.
You can plait it and do braids and all sorts. You know, just a simple plaited friendship bracelet.
So cute.
I don't know if you could kumahima. Yeah, maybe you could.
I reckon you could.
With it.
I was just thinking the same because I've learned a little bit of kumahima, but when I was at school, I learned how you just learn how to do friendship bracelets.
I've brought my disc with me.
Yes, do it.
So I'll do that later on. See if it'll work.
Yes, please.
Because we've got heavy enough weights to drag
it down. I reckon you could. I think if you can do that.
Okay.
I reckon you can.
Okay.
Right, let's pop that. So that's your challenge, and I love that you've even just added to your own challenge. Yes, well done, you. Yeah, I will make it more difficult for myself this morning. Right then. Right, shall we have a look at this? Oh,
this is my favourite. I shouldn't have favourites, but this is my favourite.
Is this all on, hang on, what, is this all of this on here?
Yeah. Including biwa pearls.
This as well?
Mm-hmm.
Hang on. Is it this as well?
I know. This is amazing.
All these findings in here as well. Okay.
I know.
Okay then. I've seen the price of this. I was like, that must be a different piece. Okie dokie. No, wow, definitely all there. Amazing. Now we have got this sari thread. Oh, let's start with those actually, as they're there. There they are. Let's start with those first. I'm just going to move that on the way so we can have a look. So we've got 3 strands of pearls. We've got centre drilled, the biwa pearls, probably my favourite, and always my favourite, I think, just because they're so unusual, they're so organic, they're just, and I love the way they catch the light. That's my favourite thing about these biwa pearls, that they catch all the way around a running track.
Yes.
I know, I always compare it to that, but it's kind of the only way that I can compare it, and to think that you could run or walk casually around a running track and nearly get all the way around. Wow. Then we've got 3 reels. I've got beading thread. We have got elastic and monofilament there. Wow, 6 metres of the clear elastic, 80 metres of the monofilament, and 50 of the beaded thread.
Yeah, so that is the biggest reel we've got, then 125 on a reel.
Masses, absolutely masses. These are beautiful as well. Now, where have my tweezers gone? There they are.
I love these.
These are amazing, aren't they? These are just gorgeous. Oh, yes. Look at those. I'm just going to spin them round because they're like cogs almost, aren't they?
If you look at your gents pieces or your steampunk pieces, these are
just absolutely perfect. Wow. And then you've got all the findings kit. I was like, they can't possibly be in there as well. Oh, but it is. Oh, but it is. So we've got ball headpins, quimp covers, fancy headpins, fancy jump rings, open jump rings. They're the 6mm. The fancy jump rings are 7. Featherweight headpins, twisted oval link chain, shepherd's hooks, toggle clasp, S hooks, and a wired toggle clasp and crimp tubes in there, as well as shepherd's hooks and ribbon ends. Wow, never-ending list. That's amazing to have all those. Oh, they're the fancy ones. Look at these.
And they're closed as well, which is really good if you're doing some sort of chainmail design with them. They're amazing.
So we have got that massive, massive findings kit, huge findings kit. Then we have got the spacer beads, then we've got the monofilament and the elastic and the beading thread. That's a nice colour of that beading thread, actually, that silvery colour. Then we've got the 3 reels. Those colours are amazing. Got some more of that coming up a little bit later, but the colours are just exquisite, aren't they? Absolutely exquisite. And the 3 strands of pearls. This is where it should be. $47.15. Now, there's so many of you checking out already, and that's what people are buying at already. That's the price you can see, $47.15, and so many people are grabbing this already. But we're not going to stay there, and we're going to go to a very, very crazy price, and we're going to drop £20 off that. £27.15. I think that's amazing. I keep looking at these and keep going, I want that. I want that today.
So that's a brilliant price just for the pearls.
Yeah, it is a brilliant price for the pearls, yeah. Brilliant price for the pearls, yeah. Wow. Gosh. That thread is amazing. Oh!
What?
It looks gorgeous.
Oh, it's amazing, that purple.
Ah, it's all so beautiful, isn't it? Right, look at all of these. Wow. Those pearls really are huge, aren't they?
Yes. They are massive.
Wow. Look at those all together. Oh, I love it all.
I thought I'd do a little bit of kumihimo as well to see if this works, and it has perfectly with the little cog wheels
those gorgeous spacers. Yeah. So this is beautiful. You've got kind of like a wave over the top and underneath of those pearls. This was then the kumihimo next to it with those spacer beads. They're beautiful, actually. Were they easy to add in?
Yeah, and on each of the 8 spools on the kumihimo, I used two threads, and they went through the spacer beads so easily. You could probably get 4, I would have thought.
Yeah, amazing. That's really good to know, actually. So they've got great sort of space through them. Yeah. Look at those earrings. They're gorgeous. They look really nice with those earring findings, actually, those sort of twisted earring findings.
And the bead wires are actually size graded from small to large to small again. So when you're making your jewellery, try if you can just to unthread them, but keep them in line. In their line, and then you'll be able to do the graduated pieces. I love it. I love that this goes as well. Look at that. You've taken pearls in a very unusual shape and given it a very modern look. And, I love that. In the centre, you see the little beady bead I've made with the cogs. We were talking about gents pieces earlier. That would make a really nice cufflink. Incredible. Now, which I think we've nearly sold out the pack. Yeah. Which one are you doing? This one? Yeah. Yes. I'm going to do it in purple. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So that purple is beautiful, isn't it? I mean, they're all beautiful, and I think my favourite is the one that you have. Well, I like to do my demos in another colour, so you can just get an idea. See, yeah, that's the one we're going to do. I love that colour. Yeah, it's amazing. That green is just incredible. So what I've got on my macrame board here, I've got 4 cords as my lazy. You can have 6, you can have 8, you can have 10, however many that you want.
Love it,
okay?
yeah.
And I've attached it top and bottom.
Yeah.
And as my working cords, I've taken 2 pieces. Now you do need a lot of this.
Okay.
You need 2 12-foot lengths.
Okay.
Which does sound a lot, and it does at the beginning. It's quite cumbersome, but so you will need a big space.
To start with, a big space, like running down your room.
Because you don't want to run out.
No.
And then it's basic square knot to make a braid.
Yeah.
Okay. And we're not going to make the finished braid first of all. We're going to do it in sections. So the first section will be 6 inches roughly. Okay, which is just your straightforward square knot. Okay, to make that braid. Just do a couple more. Okay.
Yeah.
Because what you're going to do, you're going to start adding the pearls, and then you're going to, depending on how the length of the bracelet that you want, you're then going to add more length to your braid, which is why you need a lot of cord. Okay, so we're going to take it off the board. So imagine I've got quite a long length there.
Yeah.
As I said, don't cut any of your ends off or your cords. Just keep them.
Just hold them till you're
as
done.
they are. Okay. So the first thing we need to do is attach our beading thread. Okay. So we've got a piece of braid. Now the best thing I've found is a good old T-pin.
Yeah.
Okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to look at the bottom of our cord here, and we're going to just make a hole right through the centre, straight down through. Okay. And if you just give it a wiggle, okay, when you take the T-pin out, you'll then have a tiny little, can you see it's a tiny little hole against the white background. Okay. Then take a piece of beading thread, just maybe a couple of feet. Okay, cut that off.
Yeah.
And then what we're going to do is find that hole, and we're just going to thread the beading thread through, like so. And then once we've threaded it through, we're going to pop on a crimp bead.
Yeah.
Okay, and flatten it.
Okie dokie.
Using flat nose pliers. Okay, and then we're going to pop a crimp cover over the top. And all this is going to do, just going to add a bit of decoration, and also it's going to stop the beading thread from pulling through.
Oh, that's the beginning of it there.
That's the beginning.
Gotcha.
Okay, so then when you pull it nice and tight, it's not going to pull through. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to choose a pearl. And I went through the pearl strand, and I chose roughly the same sort of size and shape.
Okay. Yep.
So that's the perfect shape, because you've got a really nice oval.
Yeah.
It's going to sit nicely around the curve.
Amazing.
So what we're going to do is going to pop on our pearl.
Yeah.
Like so. Now this gets a bit fiddly because you've got strands coming in all directions. As you mentioned, because they're baroque, they have a flat side. So pop it over so it sits on the flat.
Okay, cool.
Okay, and then we're going to bring the braid around underneath the pearl, making sure it's nice and tight.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll try if I can just to show you. I'll hold it. And what you need to do is just check where the beading thread is coming out underneath your braid. Take your T-pin again and just insert into the braid. Take the pearl away, okay?
Yeah.
Make another hole.
Yeah.
And then we're going to take that beading thread, thread it through the hole we've made, which is in here. Let me just do that again. It's really fiddly because I normally bend right over to
have a good look.
Okay, so we'll just fold that in. Is it all gone, Kit?
I think, I think it all sold out. We've got a thread zapper that we're just going to bring on. Now, you've got one of these, haven't you?
Yeah.
And we were having a little go of it. I'm wondering if you, if we could
put that through there.
Demo it just to sort of see how easy it is to work. Because even I had a go, and it really is. Really so easy. So basically the thread zapper works by, it sort of seals. If you...
It cuts and seals.
It cuts and seals, perfect. Yeah. That's exactly what it does, doesn't it? Cuts and seals. There you go, so that's it. And it literally sort of warms up and just cuts and seals through thread.
Yeah, so as I said, we looked at this earlier, didn't we? Yeah. We had a little go. So you get your piece of machine. Now this tip does get very, very, very hot. You can see on mine here, it's glowing.
Yeah. There it is.
Can you see?
Oh, yeah.
It's glowing. As I showed you earlier, I actually burnt myself with it.
Yeah, be careful.
Okay, so if I just use a piece of cord off of here.
Yeah.
Okay, there's 2 ways of doing it. You can either just hold the cord, and all we're going to do is just cut down through. Okay, you get a waft of smoke. So not only does it cut through, but it actually seals both the ends as well to stop any fraying.
Stop it fraying, isn't it? It's perfect.
Another way of doing it is if you take your cord through that little slot that we have in here, and then take the both ends and just feed it through.
Amazing.
And it cuts away. Watch the smoke with a waft. Shouldn't really do it in the studio with fire alarms and things, but no, it couldn't be simpler. And you can use ribbon, you can use hemp, you can use satin, wax cord. Paracord is a bit thick. Yeah. But I think paracord is the only cord that it won't cut through. Suede will cut through. That's a fantastic little tool.
It is great, isn't it? Really great, and just makes everything just finish straight away. So easy. Seals that up so that it doesn't sort of fray and ruin.
Right. Oh, we haven't had it for so long.
No, I've never seen it before. I had to have a look. No, I had to have a look online to see what on earth does this do. So I had a little look, and that's exactly it. That's exactly it. It gets right down to the end. You could use it on, you can use it on ribbon. How great is that to use it on ribbon? Yeah,
it just melts through it. It's beautiful. All the way through.
That's perfect, because whenever I cut ribbon, and then you like, even if you're just creating on a parcel and you do, and then you get the ends and you're like, oh no, when it all starts to disappear, nightmare. So this is absolutely perfect. This is a thread zapper, and it's $7.95.
That's brilliant. I mean, there's one battery in there, and I've probably had this for about 18 months.
Wow.
And no, it does get used.
Perfect, perfect.
Okay, so I've put on my first bead here, and all you do is just repeat it. So you've got your bead securely in place there. So you take your next bead, roughly the same sort of size and shape. So let's go for this one. So you pop the bead on, like so, and then you just you bring the cord around. So it's nice and tight. It's a bit fiddly under the camera here without getting in the way. Just bring it up, and then you bring this round and do exactly the same process. You find where the cord is in relation to the beading thread. Make a hole, pop on your bead, bring it round, and then when you get, so that's not going to be a long enough piece of cord. So once I've put 3 or 4 sections in, I pin that onto my board, then I do a bit more braid, add some more beads, and then what you need to do is when you get to the end, is pop on your last bead, okay, and hopefully you've got a little bit of braid coming out the end. So all you do is you just unpick the braid until you get to the point where it sits flush with the top of the bead there. And then I do this type of knot, which I just think is the best knot ever. And I always get, I don't know whether it's called a surgeon's knot, but I've always called it a surgeon's knot. And I find it's the best way of knotting that you do. I'm not a fan of using glue unless I have to, so this is a really nice way. And it's simply overhand knot. Don't pull it, go over again. So it's basically, it's a double knot, but within one knot. Because then
I think they call it a surgical knot, I think.
I'm sure it's a surgeon's knot.
Yeah, I think it's a surgical knot.
And then when you pull nice and tightly, it actually disappears into your braid. You couldn't tell that there was a knot there.
Oh, no, you can't, can you?
And because you've overlapped twice in there, you can then get in there and cut close to the edge. Okay. If you wanted a bit of extra security, if you were selling, for example, you could pop a bit of glue on. Okay, and then that would end with this piece here. And then with the lots of ends that you've got coming out the bottom of your braid, you'd pop on an extender clasp, as I've got on the bracelet here.
That's gorgeous.
And I ran out of findings, so I used a shepherd's hook as a clasp.
Oh, perfect. So, that's perfect, though.
Yeah, it looks really well.
That's perfect. I love that.
It's really nice.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
That's a really nice technique. A bit fiddly to begin with, and you do need a lot of cord, but you've got.
But it looks so intricate once you've done it. And there it says, "Hi, lovelies. I've used my zapper for paracord, and although it works beautifully, after 2 I had to replace a tip. Wouldn't be without it though. Perfect. Yeah. So there you go. So it does work, but probably not to use it with the paracord. But you said you can cut the paracord and seal it yourself. Zapper Martina says the zapper is a brilliant tool. Wouldn't be without mine. I have 3 to 1 in the house for I wrap prezzies, 1 for jewellery. I'm making 1 for spares. Yes.
That's a brilliant idea. I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah. And that's what I say when I make, like, if I'm going all out for Christmas and do all the bows and all the ribbons, and I do them and I'm like, no, and just keep going.
I can imagine you being like Paris Hilton and having a present wrapping room in your house.
Yeah. Lovely. Right, well done if you managed to grab that first kit. I think that's sold out. So well done if you did manage to grab that. That is beautiful, really stunning, and it's now, it's my favourite time.
Waffing time.
It's time for the Wall of Fame. All right then, welcome to the Wall of Fame. This is probably my favourite bit because I love to see what people have been getting up to, and I love getting ideas as well. When you see pieces, they're often bought from here and you go, oh yeah, I never thought to do that with it, or that. That's fab. Hello to all, says Alana. This is your first one. Pink shell and plated silver chain necklace. Goes with summer dresses and brightens up a black top and trousers in the winter. An idea pinch from Mark here. Thanks, says Alana. That's fab. Wow, actually, up against that black bust looks beautiful, doesn't it? Really lovely. So well, that's 194.
My first one today is the most exquisite piece of micro macrame I think I've ever seen. It's just incredible piece of work. Number 195, and this is from Tash in North Wales. And Tash says, "Hi all, this week's entry is very basic." Very basic.
It's really not.
My watch strap broke and I was not willing to discard a perfectly good working watch. So out came the red cord from those cones you had on a while back, and this is the result. Extremely comfortable and a couple of sandstone on the ends. Good luck to all. And that's Tash in North Wales. That is hours and hours and hours of work on
Absolutely.
That. That's just beautiful. Well done.
That's
Stunning.
fab.
Ace.
That looks amazing. This is from Kay. Wow. Hi everyone at JM, here's my entry for the Wall of Fame this week. A sterling silver bracelet with a bezel set smoky quartz. Every product is purchased from your good selves at JM, of course. Hope you like it as much as I do. Congratulations to Vicky and best wishes to Carol. Little puppies. Good luck to the fellow woofers and me. Lots of love from Kay. Wow. That's amazing. That's literally taking those bezel sets and setting them.
Rearranging them. It's lovely, isn't it?
Great idea, really great idea. It looks so high end. Wow.
My next one is number 197. This is lovely as well. And this is from Tracy in Dundee. And Tracy says, "Hello, Jewellery Maker people. This week's entry is for my holiday. It's a pendant made from Jewellery Maker products, silver plated wire in 0.4 and 0.8 millimeters with a beautiful pink quartz cabochon with a single white pearl and wire wrapped. Many thanks for the beautiful gemstones, great presenters," that will be you, yes. "and designers," that will be me. You. That's lots of regards, and that's Tracy from Dundee, number 197. Fab. Beautiful.
That's really good. I love that colour.
It's nice that you can make it and take it on holiday with you, isn't
Absolutely,
it?
That's a great colour on that. Yeah, perfect. From Diane, "Hi guys, this is my entry of the Wall of Fame. Tribal fusion necklace using bronze-coated bars and marcasite." That looks amazing. Very tribal indeed. Good luck to everyone. Hoping for a win, says Diane. That's gorgeous. Yes, really beautiful. Well done to all, well done to all. We have got these beautiful Labradorites coming up after the break. Oh, they are amazing. They are so beautiful. We're going to have a proper look at those. It's depending on where the light hits and depending on how much colour you're going to see out of them. So we're going to have a look at those. They're going to be coming up as a spotlight deal after the break. And if you would like to enter the Wall of Fame, this is how to do it.
The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. Each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their account and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Wall of Fame, The Genuine Gemstone Company, Unit 2D, Eagle Road, Moons Moat, Redditch, B98 9HF. Get making and good luck.
Did you know that the Jewellery Maker phone number is free from a UK landline? Now you can spend those extra pennies on more shopping. The fastest way to shop with Jewellery Maker is by going to our website. Just click on the sign up button. Once you've filled in the required details, you can start shopping. You can watch the show by clicking the Watch Live button on the front page. You can also use our Refine tool and narrow down your search. Once you've found an item that you like, just simply click on the Buy Now button and the item will be added to your basket. Don't forget you can add as many items to your basket per day and still only pay 1 P&P. Enjoy shopping with Jewellery Maker. If you're new to Jewellery Maker, simply contact our call centre and we'll send you a tutorial DVD and Get Started booklet, all free of charge.
Get involved with Jewellery Maker by sending the studio a message during our live hours. You can send a text to 60777 and start your message with JM Studio, or alternatively, go to our website and click on Watch the Live Show, simply type your message into the box and press send. Make sure you stay tuned in case your message is read out. Get interactive with Jewellery Maker.
If for any reason you're not satisfied with your purchase, you have the benefit of our no quibble 30-day money-back guarantee. Just complete the returns form enclosed with your goods and send them back for a full refund.
All right then, welcome back. These are amazing, absolutely amazing. You're seeing some of these with full, in fact I'm seeing quite a few of these with full rainbow colour in them, full rainbow colour. We are guaranteeing 740 carats worth of Labradorite in these beautiful multi-shapes. Now I have to say, normally with Labradorite you just see them in ovals, but I've got pear shapes, I've got a rectangle, I've got a couple of rectangles in here. They're all going to be a little bit different because we cut for them to really show off that incredible phenomenon. Now I'm going to go through all of these for you because look at the beautiful colour that you are seeing in every single one. Look at that! That's probably my favourite, just because it's the shape of it. Can you imagine that as a ring? Like Laura Binding's next door doing a workshop. I literally want to run in there and go, can you show me how to make this? There they all are. Look at them, busying away. Look at them, busying away. Loads of you grabbing these already. They are so amazing. If I go through all these colours, look at that. They are so cool. There was one of them that I was like, oh, it's got colour, it's got glitter, it's got full rainbow. Look at that. They are so incredibly beautiful, and it's on all of them. Look at that.
That's stunning, isn't it?
The golden colours that are coming out of these are amazing. Absolutely amazing. Just, I think the phenomena that is, it's got that depth of colour to them, and then the light catches it, picks up all that incredible rainbow where white light is broken up, known as labradorescence, and these are just beautiful. I think if you are a seller of jewellery, these are an absolute must-have, because I think even if you're not someone who will buy Labradorite, you're definitely going to be drawn in, aren't you, by just walking past. I would be like, oh, if I'd not seen it before, it would totally be one that I was like, what's that? Yeah. What's that? And it might not necessarily be one that I would buy, but it would definitely be one that would catch my eye. Look at all of that in there. There's a full rainbow in there. That's amazing. That looks like, because it's all just sort of split with colour, that looks a little bit like it coming through the clouds. You know how you see sunshine coming through the clouds? Like, oh, it's so amazing. Look at that. It is just phenomenal, and it's really hitting now out sort of in the public eye as well. I think when you see the awards ceremony, I think it was the Golden Globes, and one of the presenters wore massive Labradorite necklace, and why not as well, because it's such an impact gemstone, especially when you're seeing it like this. Just, I mean, these are phenomenal. Look at that. Just the colour is amazing, and you're right when Martha said that our look at that. Labradorite is amazing at the moment. It really is phenomenal.
I think that's my favourite colour, the sort of the pale turquoise.
That one, yeah.
That, yeah.
Oh, it's so gorgeous. And you see all that incredible colour. You see colour, you see glitter across them. Just amazing. Look at that. And it is just where white light is getting sort of broken up and getting collected on the top. You see that full rainbow.
I mean, a diamond, okay, it sparkles, but it doesn't have this, does it?
No, this is just a beautiful, beautiful phenomena that you just don't see, especially in this kind of effect and this sort of immense colour that you are seeing in these. It's just phenomenal. I think if you are wearing these or selling these, or if you are to wear these, this is going to be one that you are going to be sort of talked about, isn't it? People will stop you and ask about it. Do you sell Labradorite when you...
I do, it's a massive seller.
Is it?
Well, I use it as a selling tool because I have rough cut pieces of stone on my stall as well.
Yeah.
And people pick up Labradorite and they look at it at an angle, and it's just, you know, some lights, it's just a mundane grey stone, and they put it back down again. So I whizzed round to the front of the table and I said, you've just put that down, have you actually seen what it does? And then you lift it up and you manoeuvre it in front of them. And they're just hooked. Yeah. And I think it's a stone that not many people have seen and heard of.
No, until I came here, I'd not heard of Labradorite. No, I hadn't. Not heard of Labradorite, and I love that. I love the fact that for you to know about Labradorite means you know about gemstones. And I love that thought. I love that thought. And I think if somebody was to stop you while you were wearing this and they go, what on earth is that? Is that real? And you go, yeah, that's how it comes out of the ground like that. And it's the reaction with the light and the elements in the gem that create that labradorescence, that create that incredible colour. You go, yeah, that's natural. That's Mother Nature doing that. And I love that thought. There are so many of you there. We've got 740 carats worth of beautiful Labradorite. I've got here, I've got 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I've got 18 here. You are going to get anywhere between sort of 15 and probably 20 beautiful gems. Look at that. The colour is just so beautiful. And you literally, lots of them are across the entire surface area of so much colour. They're just so beautiful. I love the mix of colour as well, that you see those sort of deep blues, you see that turquoisey tone, and then you've got, that's got reds in it there. Let me try it. There it goes.
That's quite rare, isn't it?
Yeah, well, red is the smallest bar of light that you'll find. And sometimes it gets lost, sometimes it sort of just flies out and you just miss it. That's why you see more of the greens and the blues. But wow, you have got, look at that full rainbow in there. It's just so beautiful. Yeah, we're all like that. There are bindings next door. Maybe we could just go grab them and go, please, could you make me an amazing ring or a pendant, please? These are phenomenal. So guaranteeing 740 carats worth. There's a massive, massive amount. And some of these are huge as well. Some of them are huge. I think often when we see them, especially on the mid-show, and you see cabochons in the kit, they're around the 495 mark. I think for 740 carats worth, when you're getting so many, we're going to do these for 17.95.
Gosh.
That is definitely a spotlight deal, isn't it? Wow. Imagine that as a ring, especially in the summer, out in the sunshine. Ping! Colour.
Oh. That's an amazing price.
Isn't it beautiful? I can't believe that. 17.95. 17. No wonder so many are changing your mind and multi-buying now. Well done.
Yeah. I told you about my kitchen, didn't I? I told you my kitchen story. We had our new kitchen put in 2 years ago, and we looked for a quote for Labradorite worktops, and there was an island about this size, plus a little right angle in the corner, and the cheapest we could find was £35,000. So we didn't have that.
No.
Funnily enough.
No. Wow.
But wouldn't that look amazing? And lots of the viewers have sent me photographs that they found on the internet of worktops in kitchens of Labradorite and splashbacks behind cookers and things, and it's incredible. Just looks amazing. I'd never be out of the kitchen.
Wow. Wow. They're saying in there, has Rachel Norris got one?
So I think I've heard.
Could be a rumour, who knows? Could be a rumour. What you could do though is you could have an indent and have a see-through-y glass top and have these sort of scattered in there. That would be pretty cool. Amazing. I think if you are looking at these, even if you don't work with them in jewellery and just use them in sort of pieces or just have them out on display.
Absolutely, in a bowl. And that'd be perfect. Really perfect. Right by the window. Just incredible. Absolutely amazing. Well done to every single one of you if you managed to grab that. We'll come back to that if we've got any left, but I'm not totally convinced because there's so many of you there, so many of you there. 17.95 for all of those, I think is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Right, wow. Okay, here we go. Wow, look at there's just so many. There's so many good deals. Right, I love this, and I will show you why I love this. You can see straight through it. You know exactly what you've got in there by looking. We saw how popular the storage was the first one that we did. Don't miss out on this. Don't miss out on this. Right, this is my favourite bit about this. My favourite bit. So, the storage box, that changes. Oh, yes. Woo. Oh, yes.
How amazing is that? You can determine the size of those units in there, small or as large as you like. My favourite thing about this is I think you could have one of these as a piece that is sort of ready on a piece that you're sort of making. So if you're in the middle of making a piece and you run out of time, or you just want to go do something else, you can have the piece sat in here and all the pieces that you need to create that in this side. I think that's a great idea. But the perfect bit is that you can maneuver it and change it and have whatever size compartments that you want. Look at that. Pop that in there, lovely. And they literally just go, there we go back in as easy as that, and you change the compartments. Perfect. So you get that, you get the smaller compartment as well, plus these. Now, these are actual must-have, aren't they? We've got E6000 and we have got your Opal cement. Now, the difference with these is, I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, Mark, but the E6000 has got give in it. So it sort of moves about and doesn't sort of... If you're using cement, you want to have it for something that doesn't move.
Solid, that's right.
If you use the E6000, you want to have it in sort of macrame bracelets in the end, so it's got a bit of give in it.
That's right. They're ace. I've got both of those in my toolbox.
And they've got really sort of fine, detailed applicator to them.
Well, the red one, the cement has a very, very fine nib.
Yeah.
And when you take the nib off, within the lid, there's a very, very fine needle in effect. And the needle goes into the end of the glue to stop it from clogging up, which is invaluable. Yeah. And then the silver one that you've got in your right hand there doesn't. So what I tend to do is I use a cocktail stick. Perfect. Or I think what I'm using at the moment is an old bead reamer from an old toolkit. So I'm using that as an applicator. Yeah. And the E6000 I'm using on Kumihimo pieces for putting in the little bell caps. So
yeah, that's it. Yeah,
really
so
good.
It doesn't sort of... gives it just a little bit of give, because if you're wearing a bracelet or a necklace or anything all the time, it's going to have constant movement. Yes, so you've got to have the two separate types, haven't you? You've got to have the two separate types for different things.
I don't think I've ever seen them together before, which is really good actually.
There you go, in a pack together, yeah. Plus the storage as well, and both storage units. So we've got, look at that. And that's my favourite thing about this one, that you can move all those compartments in there, take them out, make those compartments any size that you like, We've got the smaller storage box as well for you, but more importantly, you've got both those glues in there as well. So that's a great little bundle, I think, really lovely. You've got both types of glue, which you definitely need. Then you've got the larger storage box where you can change the containers, and I think I would definitely have one of these as one to put ones that I hadn't quite finished making, and you can have all the pieces in there ready to go, separate them off, know what you're going to add into your piece, and then have them stored in there for you. Smaller one for little findings, I would imagine, and both glues. Now, what sort of price would we be looking at? Are we? For all of that? No, are we going to do that? Yeah, I'm ready. $9.95. Wow, that's for 2 storage boxes and both glues.
That's good.
That's absolutely amazing. I've done so well over these last 2 morning shows. I had Scott, our executive producer, yesterday, and Martha today. Sarah says, I love these changeable boxes. Use mine for storing items I have made. Perfect. Yeah. Absolutely perfect. I love that, and love that you can manipulate what's stored in there. We've got a nice text message from Marilyn. Mark and Vicky work well together. Yes, high five. Mark is such a good tutor. Well done from, learn from him. Well done.
Thank you, Marilyn.
Love that. Rachel Norris says she's got a feldspar granite worktop. Has patches of Labradorite. It absolutely does. How amazing is that, though?
I know. There is a car manufacturer, I can't remember for the life of me which one it is, but their head office in Milan, in their studio downstairs, their what do you call it, their entrance, I suppose, they have all the showroom, has a Labradorite floor.
Of course it does. Floor. Wow, casual Labradorite floor. Yeah. I love that. Hi, great show, loves the artwork, and would like to ask him why some of my memory wire bracelets become loose and unwind from the wrist.
Okay, now memory wire, you need to be really careful when you're actually threading on. We've got some coming up later on.
We have,
in a kit, haven't we? So so I'll show you there. But but I have memory wire in my workshops when we're doing chips and nuggets, and most 99% of the ladies and gents on the workshops thread them wrongly. They stretch as they're making. So I'm just going to show when we do the kit later on. I'll show you the best way of threading them on. And also, you need to be careful about the size of the gemstones you put on. Don't put anything too heavy. I think Hannah and I, the last time Hannah and I spoke, we are trying to source extra strong memory wire. So it's the same springiness, but it's a lot stronger, and it'll hold its memory even more. Perfect. So we're just trying to find a source for that at a really good price.
That's really good actually, because you might want them for different things, mightn't you? Because the memory wire bracelets.
The best way of threading them on.
Fab. There you go. Awesome stuff. Right, we are going to do some. Oh, look at that. £9.95. That's for 2 glues and the storage. Surely something along there. Yeah. Wow. Right. We are going to come back to that if we can. Right. Let's have a look. We have got, yes. Let's have a quick look at these. Look at all 3 of these. I love crackle quartz. I said the same yesterday. I love crackle quartz just because when you get that pop of colour, it then sort of, you can see it almost sort of filtering through down into the gemstone. These are just beautiful. Now it says trilliant cut, but they do look very much like hearts to me. They look very much like hearts to me. So in there we've got 126 carats worth of the white, they're 10 mil, 130 of the black, 10 mil, and 130 of the fuchsia. These are stunning. I love these. Really, really beautiful shape, gorgeous design. Hearts themselves, always, of course, incredibly popular. These are beautiful. If you were to buy all 3 of these separately, $29.35. Already pretty good. But we're not going to stay there. Yes, so we should have been at $23.95 and we're at $11.95. Fabulous saving. That's the way to go, isn't it? These are definite stash builders, I think, when you are getting black and white. And, well, this whole strand could be more accurate. Black and white because they're neutrals, and red because they look like hearts.
So all 3 together look really nice, don't they?
Beautiful, don't they? Yeah, really lovely.
Could you put, I'm just trying to think of the angles of the little triangles there. You could actually put 6 together to make a flower.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, 100%. Oh, yes, right. I don't know if I can do this with you being able to see, but yeah, 100% you could do that. They would make gorgeous little flowers if you went all the way around like that. In all those 3 colours as well would be beautiful. Yeah, beautiful flowers. Love that idea. So $11.95 instead of $23.95. Perfect. $11.95 for 3 strands. Just wonderful. I think when you are looking at stash builders, you want those ones that will go with anything, ones that you can just grab to, and I think white and black are perfect, and in that trilliant cut the red isn't more perfect. Nice length of strand as well, nice length of strand for you. Yeah, perfect. So many gemstones on there, gorgeous sparkle on that crackle as well. So $11.95. Love that. Right then, let's. Ooh, we've got some amazing deals today, haven't we? I'm loving it. I'm like, yeah, I'll come again.
Okay.
It's green. I love green. I love it. That's amazing. I've never seen green pyrite before. Beautiful. Look at that. So we've got beautiful peridot, great clarity to that peridot, so it really sort of glows inside. And then the complete opposite, you've got that sort of teal green pyrite. Beautiful. Completely natural peridot. I think when you're seeing this sort of colour, I always think that's amazing that it comes out the ground with that kind of illuminating green. Amazing. Then we've got the teal green colour-coated pyrite. 65 carats worth, and they look fab together, I think, because they're so different. You've got that really beautiful internal glow from the peridot, and then you've got that external sparkle and luster from the pyrite. Great look together, really great look. And I think you know that greens will go with anything because it's sort of nature's base colours. You know that it's going to go with anything. You've got those 2 different sparkles there, and whether you just want to take advantage of the fact that we're doing 2 strands as a bundle, and you're going to get a great value price on them. So glorious greens indeed, my favourite. So we have got peridot, natural, completely natural peridot, which is stunning, really stunning, and then that pyrite. We can have a little look at that peridot on its own. $9.95. I think I'd pay £9.95 for the peridot alone.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking.
Gorgeous. What an unusual shape as well. Really unusual shape. They're almost like arrows.
That'd be perfect for the kit you've got coming up at the end of the show.
Yeah, yes. Yeah. They would be great for the kit at the end of the show. They are fab. I can't get over the clarity. That's beautiful. Look at them. We've got irregular plain drops on. I don't know, how would you explain that? They're a little bit like triangles. They look to me a little bit like arrows, like pointing the way. They're gorgeous. £9.95. Take a look at that peridot. I've never pyrite. I've never seen it in this colour before. Never seen it in this colour. I'm thinking with those elastics.
Yep.
Would be fab. You know how in the first kit you made with that, with the purple, and you used the spacer beads?
Do the same. Do
the same with the pyrite. Do the same with the pyrite. I'm thinking if we've got any of those pastel colours that would look amazing with that. Yeah, that one would look fab. So use the pyrite. Oh, it even looks great with that purple.
That'd be amazing with that purple.
Absolutely amazing. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. We've got some more of that coming up actually, and we've got like a greeny colour coming up, so that's fab. We've got another message. Yay, it's Mark and Vicky too. Yes! High five. The pyrites are amazing and they work so well together. Yeah, they do, don't they? Look lovely together. Beverly says perfect with the chartreuse wire. Yeah, absolutely perfect with the chartreuse wire. Really lovely. I'm loving this with the purple. That looks beautiful. Now we have got some more of these colours coming up. Oh, I love that. Love that. So we've got some more of these cords coming up a little bit later on, and there is sort of a greeny tone and some peachy colours as well, which looks lovely all together actually. Let's pop this. Let's pop the. Have a look over here. So I think about half an hour ago you just went paracord.
I did.
I have never seen these colours in paracord.
Haven't you?
No, some of them.
It's nice that we have them all in one bundle.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. We've called this a paracord party. I love it. Look at all of these. Oh, wow.
I'm so pleased we've got a straightforward bundle. It's just
we have got, yes, we have got a rainbow in there. Pretty much a rainbow. We've got reds. Look at that. Neon orange, probably my favourite colour in this bundle. Then we have got goldenrod. We've then got forest green. Look at that, that's amazing, isn't it? Then we've got the turquoise. And then we've got the navy. I mean, like I said, I've seen probably those colours, but I've not seen these before. Not seen the red, the neon orange, or the sort of foresty green before. They're amazing. And paracord is beautiful to work with, isn't it?
Oh, it's going to be massive this year.
Yeah.
I think it's going to. Do you remember those little elastic band jewellery last year?
Yep.
I think paracord's probably going to be bigger than that this
year. Do you?
Yeah.
They were crazy popular.
Yeah.
Crazy popular. These are just so beautiful. And I love that you can use them on so many different things as well.
It's good that you're not just you don't just have to use paracord, you can mix it with other cords and threads as well, which is really nice. That's what I like.
That's really nice, you can do that. Yeah. I love the fact that you can sort of, obviously jewellery, number one, easy, jewellery. However, you could do handbag straps, belts, dog collars. There's just, it's sort of limitless.
Yeah.
Amazing. Right, right, we're going to bring the pricing because they're nearly gone. So we've got six colours there, 16 foot and 4 mil, and we're going to take those to just £10.95.
Okay.
Wow. There are so many multi-buys there. I think if everyone checks out, they're going to be gone. I'm not surprised. I think even if you've never used it before, These colours are beautiful. Really, really stunning, stunning colours. Sold out. Wow. $10.95. Now, we've had the paracord and we've got a macrame board.
Now, I asked for this especially to be brought in now.
Please tell us why.
Purely because I always recommend when buying macrame board, especially the small one, okay, don't buy just one, buy 3. One for your beading threads in your S-longs, one for your wire, and one for your thicker, so your gauges, so your hemp, your wax cord, your satin cord, okay? Because over time, you'll notice if you're repeating using the same slots, that the slots won't become so narrow, and you'll find that your work will start to become loose. Right. So I always recommend getting 3 different, and just pop in the corner of the letter corresponding with the medium you're using.
Perfect.
Now for paracord, you need another one, without a doubt.
Right.
Viewers who know the paracord know that there are 2 types. There's the clip that you use the wooden jig for, the clip style, and there's also the lanyard and loop. So basically it's a loop with a knot, and you pop the knot over the loop.
Perfect.
So Now for that you need the macrame board without a doubt to keep it all. You can do it freehand, but I don't think you get the same tension.
No, that's it, isn't it?
So I would definitely get one of these purely for your paracord, and just pop a little P in the corner, and just keep that solely for your paracord. Because it is a really thick. It's the thickest cord that we do. Yeah,
I'm just going to see if I can find an end of one there. Yeah, because it is quite a. Oh.
So you only need to use the slots a couple of times, and unfortunately it'll stop you then from using the finer cords.
Absolutely, yeah, because they will give a bit, but I think, if you compare that to wire,
that's right,
completely different. So,
and if you have a separate one just for your paracord, you've got all of those slots top to bottom that you can use, and then if they start getting, you can flip it over and you've got the other way as well. So I would definitely get, for anyone who's making lots of paracord pieces, get one of these solely for your paracord.
Solely for paracord. Yeah. I think in the long run, it's going to be better for you to have ones for each of them, because otherwise, every time you use it with the paracord a couple of times and try and use it with wire, you're not going to be able to do it, and then you have to get another one, and so on and so on. So yeah, absolutely, better to have, because they do give a little bit, but if you stick to the same medium or a similar medium in each of them, you know that you're going to be able to sort of stay within those realms of the sort of thickness you can use.
Yeah, perfect. And also recommend that if anyone has Kumihimo discs as well. Sarah Elvin has mentioned on the show before to have 2 or 3 for different mediums that you use as well.
Perfect.
Because inevitably the slots will start to open up.
Of course they will, but if you can maintain it within the same thickness, it's going to last you ever such a lot longer.
Yeah, definitely.
Perfect. So you've got a macrame board, 39 by 29 centimetres massive, and you can have so many pieces on the go at the same time, can't you? And that's just $9.95. $9.95.
I've said this ever since the launch, which was 2 years ago now.
Wow.
Birthday show 2 years ago we launched this. Without that, I mean, the price hasn't changed. The only thing that's changed now is we've gone on to white, and we've got the Jewellery Maker logo and that sort of thing on it now.
Yeah, but I love that it's all measured out for you as well.
Best £10 you'll ever spend.
Absolutely. And you can't really create the same tension and the same detail
I don't think you can, personally. I haven't found that at all. No, and I like to be structured, so for people who like structured pieces.
Yeah. I think if you're going to make your life easier, why not do it?
Yeah.
Right, you're going to have to find a way to do it. Why not, when someone has created something to make that so much easier for you?
And we've got the new-ish macrame DVD that we launched a couple of months ago now, which takes you back to basics and how to use the macrame board. So if you're a bit unsure about how it works, just pop on the DVD as well, which I know, I'm pretty sure is in stock at the moment. So
maybe we'll have a little look, see if that one is in stock. Yeah, $9.95 for the macrame board, 39 by 29, so perfect. And you can have several pieces on the go at the same time, can't you?
Well, you can have basically, I don't know how many have you got. How many inches are down the side?
I think it's... I've run out, but I think
it's
maybe
16 or something.
Yeah, something like that. 14
when each of those, every other slot, you can have a bracelet set up.
Yeah. Let me pop that over there. Perfect. Wow. Just wow. Yes. So we have got a sterling silver clasp that is brand new. Now I'm just going to show you them individually, then I'll put it together for you. So sterling silver, there's a massive amount of sterling silver, look at that. Stamped as well, so a massive amount of sterling silver. And if I just twizzle that round, you can see, in fact I'm going to lay them both down. There you go, you can get all those flat cords and threads in there, which is perfect. So sterling silver end clasp, that's for 6mm, and I'm just going to show you how it works. It literally just pops in there. What a gorgeous little clasp. Just perfect. So much luster, so beautiful. What sort of pieces do you think you might use this for?
I'm thinking we've got Father's Day coming up next month, and I think this is quite a nice masculine looking clasp. So if you're making your not necessarily paracord, but maybe your chainmail pieces for a Father's Day gift, and incorporate this clasp.
Perfect. That's a really lovely idea.
Yeah, I think it's really nice.
We've got some hemp cord coming up as well. And we've got them in. Yeah, we've got them in a real mix of colours. So you've got those sort of neutral, darker colours, if that's what you wanted to create. That's a really lovely idea, actually. Really lovely idea.
It's quite a sort of a neat.
Yeah.
It's not feminine at all, is it?
No, very sort of really neutral in its look, I think. That's fab. Sterling silver end clasp for 6mm flat cord. There's masses of silver in there. I love that it's stamped as well. I think absolutely guaranteed sterling silver for you. And sterling silver being so, look at that, so lustrous. That looks fab. And very sort of on trend, very sort of contemporary looking, very modern. That's perfect. People multi-buying already. Well done. So we've got sterling silver end clasp, 6mm flat cord, and you're right, I think for Father's Day, what a great idea. Yeah, really lovely idea. Perfect, just perfect. So many of you multi-buying, well done to you. And there you go, just so easy to add your cords into there. Let's have a look. £12.95. £12.95 for so much sterling silver, and it's got a great lock on it and so easy to work with, and you can see just there how many cords you can fit. How many cords do you think you could fit in there? Because you can sort of
maybe three
because you can tighten them up, can't you? With sort of.
Yeah.
And what glue do you think you might use?
The E6000, the epoxy, the red one.
This
in the red
one.
Box, yeah.
That one that we had earlier. For hypo cement is the one you'd pop in there.
Yeah.
Just perfect. Wow. There we go. Let's pop that back in there. If you added that to a piece that you'd created, how much value do you think, extra value, would that add to it?
£15, 15.
Would
17,
it? Wow.
50, plus whatever you've got on the top. It's massive weight.
Yeah,
isn't
it's
it?
huge. Yeah, it's huge, and it's got a great look to it. Yes, masses of silver, isn't it? Absolutely masses of silver. So you're going to get your money back and more, and have created a very sort of beautiful contemporary piece. That's great. £12.95. That's fab, and it's not going anywhere either. It really has to you really have to twist it to undo it. So even if it moves around, it's not coming undone. Yet it's so incredibly easy to undo once you twist that, which is nice, I think, because sometimes the lobster claws can be a little bit fiddly, can't they? And these are great, and just something a little bit different. I mean, nice if you are a seller, nice to sort of have that as an extra and go, would you like this? This is what we've got. These are different clasps that we can have, and have this as a high-end version. Really lovely. £12.95. So many of you multi-buying. Well done. Let's pop that back in there. So we were just talking about the hemp cord. Let me pop that in there. Da-da-da. Now.
I love hemp.
Well, I tell you what, until it might have been you actually. It might have been you that had created pieces with different materials, and one was an Eslon, one was something else, and then you'd use the hemp, and it creates such a different look using exactly the same technique. Yeah,
and if anyone wants to get into macrame, hemp is definitely the best cord to use to get started.
Yeah.
Because it's an organic product, the fibres seem to knit together really nicely, so you don't actually need glue either. There's no messing around with glue. The knots really hold nice and tightly. It's brilliant. And which millimeterage is this?
We have got they're 10 by 10 yards, and it's a 0.5 mil gauge.
Now, the reason that we only used to stop the 1 mil, and we found that some of our drill holes were slightly too small to get the hemp through, so hence why we've brought it in the 0.5 mil size now. So other than gems of distinction, this will go through all of our gemstones.
A winner. Right, let's take a look, because we've got such beautiful. Look at that. So it's pretty much a double trouble, pretty much a double trouble. And I'm trying to see what colours we've got in there. We've got red, like a royal blue, purple, white, a golden yellow. Then we've got the neutrals, we've got browns, chocolate browns, a beige, a black, a green and an orange. Wow. That means 200 yards altogether. Now, I'm quite a metric girl. I'm not quite sure what 200 yards is.
90 centimetres.
There you go. Fabulous. Right off the back. No mucking around. Fabulous. Yeah. And a legal price. I love that. $5.90. An illegal price. $5.95.
Wow.
For both.
That's brilliant.
Wow.
Now, as I said, this will be able to use on all of our gemstones other than the Gemstone Distinction. That's a brilliant price.
I've been a bit blown away by the prices today, I'm not going to lie. $5.95.
It's been quite a while since we've had hemp on, actually.
Yeah, and I've never seen a full range of all these colours either.
You've never seen them?
No, I've seen the neutrals. I saw that you can see over here. I saw the white, the beige, the chocolate brown and the black, which is the ones I think that you use.
We were talking about, weren't we, on the
Yeah,
night,
which is lovely. And I think if you are thinking of Father's Day gifts and you want to create that sort of look, they are perfect. Absolutely perfect. And I think if you are looking more at these brighter colours that you're looking here, this is about $5.95.
I know we've got quite a way off before summer holidays yet, but stuff like this, you know, your hemp, your macrame board, your paracord, just stockpile them ready for school holidays because kids will love this sort of stuff.
Absolutely love it, yeah. And I remember, and I always say this, but I remember when I was at school and I made friendship bracelets and we used to tie them onto the side of my bed and sit there and do them in all the colours, and they were absolutely all the rage, and I don't think that's changed. I love the fact that you can go through so many different they're so surfer sort of fired, aren't they, and skaters and all that sort of stuff, all wear them as stacker bracelets and all the different designs, and has a couple of spacer beads in, and
there's a couple of weathermen who wear them as well, I've noticed.
Are there now?
Yes, yes.
Got a bit of a cool streak to them, the weathermen.
On Countryfile on a Sunday when they have the weather at the end,
I love it.
They're quite casual and they don't have to wear suits and ties on a Sunday. And a couple of them I noticed have got stucker friendship bracelets.
That.
And I hope they're made by their children, which is really nice.
Oh, that's
really
so
nice.
cute. See, that's perfect, isn't it? I think if you are looking at these and you are looking at whether you want to wear them, whether sort of the cooler folks want to wear them, or whether your kids want to make with them, I think that's fab.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
And it really does cover absolutely everybody, I think, because you can create beautiful designs with these, really intricate evening wear, and it just gives it a matte look rather than a...
That's it. And I said you don't need glue either for hemp, which is really nice if you don't want to use glue.
Stunning. $5.95. Don't say that very often. Right. Oh, are we doing this one? Now these colours, wow. Look at this, right. I don't really know where to start on this because every bit of this is just beautiful. Let's start, so the first kit sold out, gone. I think after I've seen your designs, I've seen what's in it, and I think this is going to go the same way. These 3 strands, which is what I'm going to start with, are fabulous. We have got a strand of iolite, which is amazing. You don't often see iolite in rounds either. So 2 to 4 mil in those rounds. We've then got magnesite, 6 mil, and also in 3 mil. 12 mil and 6 mil. That's what we've got, 12 mil and 6 mil. And the beautiful iolite. Now these colours scream summer straight away to me. Absolutely straight away. They are just so beautiful, so beautiful. I think though, even if you mix sort of magnesite with a bit of spinel in there, then you're going to have a bit more of an evening look. So totally up to you how you want to use those colours, completely up to you. So they're the 3 strands in this kit, which are just beautiful. We have then got, this is so incredibly delicate, an entire meter's worth of sterling silver chain. Wow. Oh, hello, luster. That's amazing.
This whole kit I used about 4 or 5 inches.
Wow.
I found it right at the end.
I love that.
I'm going to need to use it in a bracelet.
I need to put it in. That's amazing, isn't it? I love the detail as well. The little silver nuggets on it.
It's beautiful.
Wow. That's incredible. So that's a sterling silver chain. And then there's more in here. Let's pop that back on there. Now, I only saw this for the first time yesterday with Deb, and we had purple. These colours are exquisite.
My colours. I just love them.
Absolutely beautiful. Take a look at those. They are jade, navy and turquoise. Wow. 30 metres of each, 30 metres of each. These are just, I mean, take a look at the beauty. They really are beautiful,
I just love the
aren't
gauge
they?
of them. They're just thin and intricate enough to use them as a straightforward braiding material. They're beautiful.
Now, because when I saw them before, I was like, oh, that's beautiful. And then I saw Deb had done the same thing. She braided with it and used it in kumihimo, and I was like, what? And it created such a gorgeous piece and made quite structural pieces.
Yes, yes.
Look at that. So that is the turquoise. And then, as a little extra, we've got these. Look how gorgeous these are. They're little bells. Look at that. They're amazing. Now, I don't know if you'll be able to hear it. Let me try and put it next to the mic. I'm throwing all over the place. I don't know if you can. No, they do make noise though.
Yeah, they do.
They do make noise. They're gorgeous. They're amazing. Right, how many of those have we got? They're sterling silver and you're getting 10 of them. Wow, I mean, what a kit. What a kit. Sterling silver chain, which is exquisite. Absolutely beautiful. Then we've got those 3 lengths of ribbon, which they're stunning. And I think even if you never use them for using them for sort of braiding or anything like that, I think as, oh yes, we've got these coming up. Even if you had them on little bales.
I've made one for a bale actually.
Have you? Yes.
It's not the best wire wrap, it was just a quick fix.
Yes. Oh, yes. That's gorgeous. That's on there. Yeah, I love that.
That's using the 3 colours as a plait, and I've used double the thicknesses of that. It's a really nice little plait.
That is beautiful. So the 3 of those, which is in the jade, navy and turquoise, and then we've got those bales coming up as a next spotlight deal at 11. Move that over there, and then we've got the 3 strands, which are incredible colour. Right, so the 3 strands of gemstones, the 3 ribbon reels, then we've got the sterling silver chain, which is an entire metre, plus those 10 beautiful bell charms, which I've never seen before. They're amazing. You would be at 47.60, which I think is pretty good. I think that's pretty good already. You've got sterling silver in there, quite a hefty amount of sterling silver. But apparently Martha quite likes hitting that £20 button, so we're going to do it, 27.60. Well, it certainly shouldn't be 27.60. That's incredible.
If you go into a haberdashery, you have to buy ribbon like this off the meter, by the meter.
By the metre, you do. You pull it off the reel, don't you?
I think it works about 50-60p a metre.
Yeah, I think it is. And I think when you look at it like that, you go, oh, that's all right, like for a metre, 50p. What's 50p? But I think when you look at it like that and you can get it in such bulk, wow. 27.60. Right, we're just going to have a quick look at, whoa, all the pieces that you've made. That ribbon is beautiful, isn't it? Absolutely beautiful.
It lends itself so well to kumihimo.
Does it?
It's amazing.
Well, that's good, because you wouldn't necessarily think ribbon kumihimo, because I would think maybe it sort of slips a little bit, might not be able to create with it.
It's beautiful.
Gorgeous. So you've got a pair of earrings, that's a gorgeous necklace. All the colours sit so well because you've really mixed those colours up there, but they sit really nicely together. Got some bracelets down at the bottom. That is gorgeous. Incorporating that sterling silver in there is, wow. That's gorgeous. That as well, I looked at that and I was like, that's got great structure to it. And that's the ribbon. Wow.
And then to finish the ends, all I've done, little ends, these little silver, they're the crimp covers.
Oh, they're crimp covers
that you get in the findings packs, but everything else that's dangles has got the little bells on the bottom.
I love that. Oh yeah, There they are.
You can hear them.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah. They're so much fun.
They're so cute, aren't they? There they are, little bells, and on the earrings as well. So cute, so cute. Right, I think we're going to get on with the demo because I think that kit is going to sell out. $27.60. If you've got that in your basket, you must check that out because we are about to run out. There's the 3 strands, the sterling silver meter chain, those gorgeous bells, and the 3 strands, and then the 3 ribbon strands as well. Those bells would be good to make for Badger. Mark, it wouldn't annoy him, but other creatures couldn't hear him coming.
Yes. It's not getting any better.
Is it
that's,
not?
That's all
No.
I'm going to say. No.
Cheeky little
That's not what I would call him at the moment.
No, that's your cat, isn't it? If people are like,
yes,
who on earth is Badger?
Yeah, yes, we're having issues.
Oh.
Yes.
So
I thought I'd show you this bracelet, which is
please do.
We had a section when we had the paracord mid-show on Monday that incorporated a way of incorporating beads on top of your paracord, and I thought, well, why can't we do that with the ribbon and the silver chain? So this is my take on the Monday demo. It's so lovely technique.
I love that.
So to start with, I've taken 2 pieces of the ribbon as my lazy cord. Okay, and then I've taken a single piece of the same colour or different colour, and I've macrame, just straightforward square knot, okay, to the length that you'll need, whether it's 7 inches, 8 inches. What I tend to do with macrame when measuring is per inch of bracelet, you need a foot of the cord or the ribbon, anything like that is a general rule. Okay. That's a good way of remembering.
Okay.
Okay, so once you've done your, obviously I'm using a shorter piece here for demonstrating.
That's good, so per inch of bracelet you want a foot of cord.
Yeah, roughly, that's quite a good way of looking at it.
Okie dokie.
Okay, so once you've done this, you'll tie it off exactly the same way, so that overhand knot, then you can use your wire zapper now, couldn't you? Thread zapper.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I think that sold out as well, did it? The wire zapper.
So
thread zapper. Yeah.
So those have gone now. Okay, so we've just got our section.
Yeah.
Okay. Then what we do is we take our chain, leave it on the length. Okay, because just cut off what you need.
Yeah.
As you see at the top here, I've got a little slot where I've put my original cord.
Yeah.
I'm just going to lay the chain in, and we're going to drape it over the top into the slot at the bottom.
Perfect.
Don't be forceful with it because we don't want it to snap. Then we'll take another piece of cord, the same length, just a single piece, and we're going to macrame over the macrame section that we've made.
Okie dokie.
So we fold past that underneath, like so.
Yeah.
And then go right to the top of your macrame and just macrame over the macrame. Okay. Okay. Now you want 2 full square knots. That's left, right, over your chain, because this will anchor it in.
Okay.
Okay. So we're just going to cover. We do cover little sections, but it's not too bad. Okay. So it's 4 square knots over the macrame and over the chain. As you can see, if you pull it tight, that anchors it in.
Yeah.
So when you come to finish your bracelet, you can cut the chain neat, and you know that it's not going to slip out. Not going to
fall out. Yeah.
It's not going to slip out. So we'll do our 4.
So right, left, right, left.
Yep, like so. And then we know that's going to be nice and secure.
Yep.
Just make sure that you can try and keep your chain in the middle. And this is a really nice technique if you have any of the meter rosary link chains that we have. You can do exactly the same technique with that.
Absolutely.
Okay, so what we're going to do, we want to start doing the design now. So we're going to lift the chain up and just take it out of the way. And we're going to tie, again, 2 square knots. So left, right. So 1, 2, sorry. And then the left side. Just make sure it doesn't twist.
Yeah, that's fab, because I was looking at that going, how on earth have you done that?
So once you've done your 2 square knots, you can do 3 square knots if you wanted a larger piece of silver to be shown.
Yeah.
Okay, right, so we're going to do that. Then we're going to lay the chain back down, attach it at the bottom into your slot, and then we're just going to tie 1 square knot this time, so left, right. And all that does is just adds as an anchor for your wire. And then, so do the first little side of the knot, and then bring the chain across into the middle, and then do the second half of the knot. Okay, so that's anchored it in nicely. And before you tighten it completely, just manipulate the chain so it sits into the centre. And then you just repeat. So you lift up your chain, 2 or 3 square knots, then bring your chain down, and just repeat it until you get to the end. And when you get to the very end, just replicate what you did at the beginning of the bracelet. So lay it down at the bottom and make sure you end with 2 full square knots at the bottom, cut the wire away, and then you've got enough ribbon in there to use your ribbon cord endings with your extenders to finish off the bracelet. So and you can, as I said, you can do that with 3mm beads, 4mm beads, And then, as I said, the rosary link chain that we get the meter of, because the macrame will sit on the links, and you'll have the beads exposed as you go around the chain.
Do you know what? It's got lovely structure.
It's quite cushioned.
It's really lovely actually. When you put it on, it sort of keeps that arc shape.
And it's not scratchy at all. This ribbon is so soft. It's lovely.
Oh no, it's beautiful. No, really, what a great idea. I love that as well. And you can use that on so many different mediums and so many different pieces and designs. Wow. Oh wow, right, I'm going to put that back on. That's gorgeous. Right, so if you want to keep everything high end, you're using those beautiful ribbons, you're using the sterling silver chain in there, you want to keep that look to it. If you are, depending on, it doesn't matter what you're creating, you start using sterling silver, you want to carry on using sterling silver, don't you? 100%. We've got a full stasher kit here. I mean, there is just so much here. There is just so much here. There are 270 pieces of sterling silver. Half of it gold plated, is that right? Yep, half of it gold plating and half of it maintaining the sterling silver. Wow, just wow. We have got everything from jump rings to crimp covers to lobster claw clasp to that gorgeous heart chain. We've got an oval link chain. We've got ear findings. We have got, what else have we got in here? We've got, oh, they're a little bit different. Oh, wow, there we go. Going through a real mix then. We've got crimp covers as well. We've got head pins. This heart chain I love.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Absolutely.
I've never seen a stash this big before.
I don't think I have. No. That heart chain for me is an absolute winner. This is incredible. That for me would be the start of a
lovely,
charm bracelet.
Yeah.
Without a shadow of a doubt. That is beautiful. Now, how imperative is it to have sterling silver in your collection? Even if you don't, even if you take this stasher and that's the one that keeps you going for an awfully long time, how necessary is it to have it?
For me, I think gemstones are all high end.
Yeah.
You know, the history of them and the way they've been mined and faceted. But I think for your special stones, your gems of distinctions, you know, your labradorites, your aquamarines, anything like that, I think you just need something high end to whether it's for making for yourself or to actually sell. And it's always best, on my stall in particular, all of my earrings are sterling silver.
Yeah.
If there are budget issues, then I can replace them and put them and use silver plated. I can do a silver plated copper. But I think if it was down to me, and especially with deals like this, I think all of my work would be sterling silver. And I know a lot of the designers who sell their pieces, they only use sterling silver for their findings. So to have stasher deals like this, and as I said earlier, I don't think I've ever seen one so complete and big as this.
No, and it is absolutely complete, isn't it? There isn't anything else really that you would need. You've got the sort of the jump rings that you can use. You've got the head pins, you've got sections of chain which are definitely long enough to have bracelets out of, you've got toggle clasps, you've got shepherd's hooks, you've got really intricate findings for your earrings, you've got just literally everything that you need. And I think if I was creating a piece for a birthday, like if I if I was just somebody who made for me and I wanted to make a beautiful birthday present for somebody, I'm only going to want to use sterling silver.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right. I feel like I said for your special pieces and your commissions especially, and to be able to provide sterling silver like that. When we were talking earlier about the storage box for the bridal with the pearls.
Yeah.
You took a selection of sterling silver as well. I mean, that would just be the icing on the cake.
Absolutely, and I think the beauty is that you've got a mix here of gold plating over sterling silver and sterling silver, because everyone has their preference, don't they? Everyone has their preference, whether they are a gold type person or sort of a silvery type person. Everyone has their own personal preference and personal choice, and that's just how it is, because it depends what goes with your skin tone and depends what you like to wear and that sort of stuff. So it just totally, I've got friends that some will only wear silver, some will only wear gold, and lovely to have that choice, especially if you're a seller. I mean, amazing to have that choice, and you can, like you say, do commission pieces and say, right, I can do all of that in sterling silver gold plated if you want, or I can keep it in the classic silver. The choice is yours.
Oh, this is amazing.
270 pieces of sterling silver. Now you say instantly, as soon as you add sterling silver, any description into your
£5
your pieces, you add £5
minimum.
Instantly.
Yeah, minimum. That's before you even incorporate gemstones or anything.
Yeah, which is great. So you're already adding massive value to it.
Yep.
By using it. I mean, these would be beautiful as bracelets. Yeah, instant. Oh, in fact, I've got a little bit left over, and I might use it as a earring finding, like a little earring drop. So sterling. So this is wow, $74.95 for the whole lot.
Really?
Wow. Wow. And imagine. I mean, you're talking about high-end pieces. We've got your face is brilliant. Is that what? We've got the opals that we've got coming up. You'd want to use sterling silver. You'd want to use sterling silver in your. That's a beautiful bracelet, isn't it? Just on its own, a sterling silver bracelet on its own. But we've got such high-end pieces that we've got coming up. I mean, couldn't be more perfect with any of these.
No. You were talking about gold and the black spinel, weren't you, earlier?
Absolutely. There you go. Hello, Art Deco. There you go. I've stepped back into the 20s. I'm the Great Gatsby. There I am.
Isn't it that fashion designer beginning with C?
Absolutely.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, amazing. And wow, you wouldn't want to use anything but sterling silver with those, would you? That's fabulous. We've then got so that would look great with the gold. We've got these that would look perfect with either, to be fair.
I'm looking forward to this. This is my strand of the day, I think, for me.
This is amazing. Look at
the sparkle I can see from
I know. I've got like full rainbows, like just moving around every time it's sort of. And then we've got wow. Then we've got the opal. This is my pick of the day. This is incredible. To see so much colour out these opals is out of this world, and they literally are luminous colours. So if you are sort of looking any strands like that, you want to be using these four, don't you? 100%. So $74.95 for that whole lot, and you're getting 270 pieces.
It's a big saving, isn't it? I'm trying to work out how much they are before, which is an ordinary findings pack. Gosh, that's a
massive saving. But for you say you add £5 into your designs just by adding sterling silver. That's a huge jump up for 270 pieces. Huge. Absolutely huge. So well done if you managed to grab that. I think as a huge, look at that, it's massive amount. Huge amount. So well done if you've managed to grab those, because I think if you are looking at sterling silver and you've got a great stasher set, that's definitely it. It's that time again. It's time for the Wall of Fame. All right, welcome back. We have got the Wall of Fame. Wall of Fame. This is your chance to show the pieces that you've created, and I love looking at these. That's amazing.
This caught our eye this morning,
Absolutely,
didn't it?
Yeah, we were like this morning.
People's wire work is just phenomenal.
Just
it's phenomenal. Number 199. Look at this. This is incredible. This is from Helen in Barnsley, and Helen says, "Hi all, you mad lot at Jewellery Maker. Here is this week's entry to the Wall of Fame. This bail I have made out of antique bronze wire, and the large donut stone is mookaite with a small round mookaite accent bead. All wire is from Jewellery Maker, and the large stone is from my stash. I hope you all like it." And that's Helen in Barnsley. I think that is just incredible. I wouldn't know where to start with that.
That's amazing.
Beautiful.
No,
well done.
and I looked at it earlier and I was like, how's that done?
Yeah,
how's that done? And I still can't really work it out.
Absolutely amazing. Well done.
Yeah, beautiful. This one is from Roz. Hi all at JM Towers. My Wall of Fame entry for this week is a necklace and earring set of crochet beading thread and mixed gems. That must take ages.
Great fun.
All the materials are from JM and themed of summer with Larimar turquoise, opal, lemon quartz, Botswana agate, chrome dartside, carnelian and amazonite and mother of pearl. Wow. They sound all amazing together, actually. The lemon quartz and the carnelian. Very summery. Well done, Roz. That's fab. That's 203.
That's quite a coincidence I have this one today, because next door in the workshop room we've got Laura Binding and her Tree of Life workshop, which I've booked myself on for July.
Yes, you have, haven't you?
I'm really looking forward to that, and this is beautiful. This is number 200, and this is from Alison Malik, and Alison says, "Hi all at Jewellery Maker. Here is my entry for this week. I was asked to make 2 Tree of Life pendants to be sent to America. Now that they have safely arrived, I can share the photographs. These pendants have sapphires, emeralds, moonstone and clear topaz, all from Jewellery Maker. I'm really pleased with the result and my customer loves them too. Good luck to everyone in this week's draw, and that's from Alison Malik.
Amazing. There's the details there if you want to do that wirework gemstone Tree of Life, because yeah, they look like that.
They're having great fun.
Actually, yeah, I've looked at this lady's like so intricate, like making those wirework pieces. That's great.
That's beautiful.
That's gorgeous, isn't it? I love that that's a commission piece as well. This one is from Ali. Hi everyone at JM, love the show and all the designs. Hope the sun is shining on all of you. Just sending my latest jewellery makes, all items from JM, of course. Love to you all from Ali. They're fab. Beautiful, really intricate wirework there. That's great. So that's 202. Well done.
Okay, my last one for this little section is number 201, and this is from Joe. And Joe says, "Morning everyone. In spite of accidentally blending my thumb," that sounds...
Ouch.
Yes.
Somewhat painful.
Yes, blending my thumb last week, I've still managed to make this wirework brooch, a la Alison style. Everything is from Jewellery Maker except the plain round Labradorite, which is dull compared to your quality. I fancy some oval nose pliers. Are you going to get some in?" And that's lots of love from Joe, number 201. I love the fact you've got the warm colours mixed with the hematite there. Really nice combination.
I love that. Beautiful. Really, really lovely. Right then, we are going to go for a short break. But just after the break, we have got these coming up. Yes. They are amazing, and they just, for me, scream vintage, instant vintage. They're beautiful. Really, really stunning. So we've got those coming up. You don't want to miss those because you're getting 3 of those beautiful filigree sterling silver bells. So we will see you all in a moment.
Download the Jewellery Maker app today. You can watch our Jewellery Maker shows live, view all the details of the item that is currently on air, as well as browsing all the items from today's show. You can also minimise the video or switch to use as a companion app. Get the Jewellery Maker app today and boost your viewing experience.
You can now watch clips from Jewellery Maker on our YouTube channel. Get interactive with Jewellery Maker.
If you have a question or query for Jewellery Maker, then you can contact our call centre on 0800 644 655 and press option 2. Or alternatively, you can email help@jewellerymaker.com.
You can now keep in touch by following Jewellery Maker on Twitter. Get interactive with Jewellery Maker.
Jewellery Maker have an extensive range of DVDs for all abilities. Each of our mediums has an introductory DVD to help you get started. If you're already an experienced jewellery maker, we have a collection of projects and more advanced DVDs to take your designs to the next level. We are always filming new DVDs with our specialist guest designers, so visit our website for more information. Come and join Jewellery Maker on Facebook and get involved with over 50,000 people who have liked us. You'll get up-to-date information about our channel from the latest images of designs by our fantastic guests, gossip on what is coming up in the shows and the newest information on our workshops. You can get in contact with jewellery makers all over the world and get some fantastic hints and tips. Simply search Jewellery Maker in the search box or go to facebook.com/Jewellery Maker UK and you're there. You don't even need to have a Facebook account. We can't wait to see you there. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Wow, what a spotlight deal. I absolutely adore these. I have to say, I'm a big fan of vintage style and Art Deco style, and I think you can't walk down the high street without seeing any kind of influence of that. I know I live in London, I cannot walk down a street without seeing a vintage shop / 3 or 4 of them in a row. I love the fact that that style is really, really popular, and why not? It's so glitzy, so glamorous. I love that you can incorporate it like you have here, Mark. I love the fact that you can incorporate it into a very modern style and still use that sort of look, and it still fits perfectly.
There's a massive bail in there, so I mean some of the pieces that Rachel had on her show yesterday with her gizmo wire, I mean, that would sit really nicely inside that bail.
Yes, it would, wouldn't it? Yeah, she was doing so many beautiful things actually, because we had sort of a, she was coiling coils and all sorts.
Absolutely. So it's quite substantial enough bail there to get that sort of thing through.
Yeah, amazing. Actually, we can have a proper look at the size of the bail there if you would like to. So, oh, let me grab that so you can have a proper look. Sterling silver, and you're getting 3 of them, which is, look at that, that is quite substantial, isn't it?
Yes, yeah.
Quite substantial. Yeah, great size to that. That's fab. You can get any of the pieces that we've had, so you could have the Zari rope through there, or sort of, if you wanted to macrame, would that fit through there as well? Yeah,
absolutely.
Fab. And like you say, you've done sort of plaiting. Any of those braids would go through as well?
That large Kumihimo braid, the Kumihimo braid would go through.
That would go through as well. Fab. Absolutely fab. So, and I like the thought of maybe using this if you want to go really vintage, going with kind of maybe velvet and having one dropped off with a pearl on the bottom would look really beautiful. So I love all the detail, I love all the attention to detail on the outside of these findings. There we go, let's have a little look at one on their own. They are beautiful, they're 17 by 12 mil. How gorgeous are they? And you are getting 3 of them. I quite like that these sorts of pieces do a lot of the work for you, which is lovely, isn't it? You can sort of create lots of pieces, they look so intricate and so detailed, and pieces like the bails have done lots of the work for you. I mean, it would look amazing on a beautiful either sort of macrame piece or, like I say, velvet or ribbon that we've had. One of those and just a pearl on the bottom would look an absolutely stunning piece. But all you've really done, put pearl on the bottom of the pail, which is fab, absolutely fab. Gorgeous. So sterling silver as well. Sterling silver. Filigree pendant. There are so many people there multi-buying. Well done. I think half the stock is already allocated and out the door as well. You know this. Whoa, £8.95. That's for 3. £3 for one of those. What? I don't know what to say about that because they're gorgeous. I would definitely, the pearls that we had in that first kit, I know that sold out, but the pearls that we had in the first kit, that's what I would be wanting to use on one of those. One of those huge pearls, Baroque with the flat side facing you, one of the, oh wow. Oh, £8.95 for 3. Amazing. They've even got, if I can show you here, so Julie from Buckinghamshire wants to know if they got a 95 stamp on them. They sure have. You see it right there. That's it. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you can. I know it's ever so tiny because it is on that back end there, but they are incredibly beautiful. And yeah, they do have that sterling silver drop on them. I mean, the filigree look on them is beautiful. So vintage, so Art Deco, just beautiful. And even on a really modern piece, they've used a braid, you've used nice bright colours, you've got a great cabochon on there. Still suits it, still suits that look. 3 of them at £8.95. Wow, that's £3 for each one of those beautiful bails. Wow, okay, we have got about 20 left, I think, 20 left. And we've got lots and lots of people with it in the basket. So people coming through on the telephone line still, well done. So many multi-buyers, many multi-buyers. You guys are amazing. I love, that is incredible, what great deals. I'm a little bit shocked. But they're amazing. If a mother who's scheduled it is a little bit shocked. Right, I'm going to pop those back over there. Now, I saw for the first time, in fact, I'm going to grab one of my little storage things to put all these chrome darksides in. Now, so we had, I saw a little while ago this. I think I was with you again.
It was Wednesday. We had the ruby.
And we had the ruby. And we had the ruby. And it is, what a great idea.
They absolutely, I think they all sold out, didn't they?
They did all sell out, yeah. So we had a findings kit with ruby. I just want to put these in here because I just want to show you how much you get in here, because you created with that ruby,
a
whole bracelet, didn't you? And had some left over.
That's right. Yeah.
Which was fab. Now, I'm just glad I put them in there because they're so sort of chock-a-block in here that you can't really appreciate the amount that you're getting. Chrome dioxide for starters. If you were with us yesterday, we had an incredible strand of chrome dioxide.
Amazing, wasn't it?
Absolutely incredible, and it was so popular. Look how much chrome dioxide you're getting in there. There is absolutely masses, and you did create, and you had some left over, didn't you?
Some left over, yeah.
So you had a full bracelet with the rubies that we had before, using, so it was ruby nugget, then little spacer.
Do you get those in this one as well?
And you get them in there, yeah.
Perfect.
So it was those.
Oh, there we are.
That's it, and you get those chandelier earring findings as well, which you love, and we never see them enough. Really don't see them enough. So what an absolute incredible pack. And I think as well, with these sort of precious gemstones, when you're looking at sort of rubies and you're looking at chrome dioxide, that we hardly ever see. It's only mined maybe 3 to 4 months of the year when it comes from this area. Incredible depth of colour. It's got a real illuminating glow to it as well, an absolutely stunning glow. That kind of electric green is beautiful. Look at all of that in there. And you can create with one of these a full bracelet if you want to, with the findings. You've got the chain if you want to use a chain. You've got toggle clasp there. You've got those spacer beads, which is what you use in between, and you still had some left over. And I think that's amazing. I think if you've looked at it and gone, oh, I never really wanted to buy a full strand, or I don't know if I can, or I only do it as a hobby, but I think when you're getting an amazing findings kit, which everybody needs, especially when you see those chandelier earring findings, they're beautiful, really beautiful, and we don't see those very often at all. They're down at the bottom, and you're getting a great collection of chrome dioxide in there as well. Again, a gemstone we certainly don't see enough of, and there's masses in there, absolutely masses of those beautiful nuggets. I love that we really have precious gemstones in there. 20 carats worth of chrome dioxide, and it really has got, I tell you what, when they're off a strand, they really, because you can really see that whole surface area, they really glow. Amazing. So we've got 4 findings kit. There you go, in there. So we've got chain, we've got shepherd hooks, got 2 toggle clasps, got those beautiful 2 pairs of chandelier findings. But you said as well, you don't necessarily have to use them as earring findings.
Yeah,
you can use them as multi-stranded, multi-stranded necklace lines, which is really lovely. And then we've got jump rings in there, lobster claw clasps, and spacer beads. Pretty much everything you need to get going. So it was supposed to be $9.95. I think for me, this is a great gift for somebody.
I think, oh, you're really going to tell me off now, but I think they make really nice little stocking fillers.
Oh wow! Oh yeah.
I know.
Bit early, but yeah.
Well,
$7.95 on that.
Oh, gosh, if you have a present drawer at home like I've got.
Oh, my mum's got a full cupboard. Yeah, she's so organised.
Yeah. Then yeah, these are
absolutely perfect.
Fillers,
yeah. And I always go, Mum, how do you do that? And she's like, well, I always have a person in mind when I buy it. And she says, and I go along throughout the year, and she just says, I'll just grab little bits along the way.
We do that as well.
Literally a full cupboard.
National Trust gift shops are the best for Christmas presents.
Well, I have to say, they are. My parents are quite the National Trust fans.
Yeah, we are as well.
They've got a membership. Yeah. True story. $7.95. This is amazing. And I think, yeah, beautiful gift for somebody.
No,
someone who's like toying with the idea of starting jewellery making. You've got probably one of the most exquisite gems in green, I think, that you can find. You've gone $7.95. You've got all those finding pieces in that kit as well for you, and the chrome dioxide is perfect. Wow, that is gorgeous. People multi-buy, and I think $7.95, even £10 would have been amazing. A gift for someone for £10, perfect.
No, it's good.
Really, really perfect. And like you say, when we had the rubies, you made that whole bracelet using, apart from wire, that's the only thing you added, wasn't it?
Tiny little bit of wire.
You got the whole lot out of this.
I think we made chain drop earrings, didn't we, as well?
Yeah, we did, because we had a few left over, yeah, there was just a few left over, so you made gorgeous little earrings to match. But it was a full bracelet, it was all the way around, wasn't it? It wasn't like a chunk at the front.
No, there's plenty there.
Yeah, all the way around, it was amazing. Plus those gorgeous spacers, just literally just to split that colour up. And I think the gold and the green looked fab. Wow. I think without the chrome dioxide, $7.95 for the findings kit is great. but you're adding probably one of my favourite gemstones, because green is my favourite, and I think when you look at that, you see all that incredible depth of colour, you've got that glow, and it really is sort of almost glowing in there.
I think I made some chainmail earrings as well, didn't we?
Yes.
That was it.
Yeah.
Chainmail, yeah.
That was it, absolutely. That's gorgeous. Right, let me pop that back in there. There's so much of it. It literally just fits in there. Oh! As she spreads it across the table. Oh, it's going so well. Oh no. Hold up. Right, where are we going next? Oh yeah. Let me just pop those back in there. Yes! Done it. Woohoo! Right, let's have, oh, look at these.
I saw you looking at these when you came in this morning.
We came in this morning, I was like, oh, I love them. I always find as a light catches shell pearl, whatever colour it is, whatever colour it's been given, always looks fabulous. It sort of shimmers, it sparkles with colour. Look at that, an absolute carnival. This couldn't be more ready for summer, something like this.
No.
Fabulous. Wow. I love all those mix of colours. We go from like a minty green, we've got golden colours, cerise pink, baby pink, turquoise, purple. So you are getting 3 of the same strand. So I think if you wanted to separate off those colours, you've got enough there to be able to do that if you wanted to.
Do you know what I would do?
Please tell me.
The chip and nugget bundle that we had right at the beginning as the early bird. I would buy 2 or 3 of these and use those as the accent stones to do your coil bracelets.
Oh, perfect.
Because they would work with all of those strands.
I'm going to grab these that we had as the early bird. Do we have any of these left? Let's put that there, and I'm just going to roll those across.
And just use those as your accent beads.
Fab. Absolutely fab.
Got that blue fluorite with the purple, I think would look amazing. And then you've got the carnelian with the orange and the yellows.
Yeah.
Smoky quartz with the pinks.
Oh, yeah, fab.
So this would be my accent memory wire bundle, I think.
Yeah.
I'd put down 2 or 3 of these.
That's fab. Yeah, what a great idea. That's a great idea. Yeah. So pretty much triple trouble. We will recap that before the end of the show if there's any left. There is some left if you want to go and have a little look. Right, so we've got 3 strands of rainbow coated shell pearl rounds. They're the 6mm rounds. They are just absolutely beautiful and buzzing with colour. Buzzing with colour. So 3 strands, all this beautiful colour for just $6.95.
Definitely. People buying 4 or 5 for that reason. No other reason but for your accent beads.
Well, I think as well, if you had sort of a string of black gemstones, whether it be agate or anything like that, and just pop maybe 1 or 2 just to have a little focal point. So you've got just a necklace or even a bracelet that's completely black, and then add just a pop of colour into it.
This is a nice size for your kumahima braiding as well, but it's small enough to do that. And also for the triple shambhala bracelets, the macrame technique that we do, which was this bracelet here with the 3 rows. Do you remember?
Yes. We
had the 3 rows. That would be, you could do that with all those.
That would be amazing with that. Yeah. That would be amazing. I think that's sold out. Well done if you managed to grab that. Right. Yes. Woo! Now.
Aha. I've been looking forward to this. I haven't seen these. These are brand new today.
Are these brand new today? Yeah, they are. Now, we don't have as many of these in stock. There's still 10 of them, though, isn't there? Yes, look at these colours. Oh, wow. If you got the bright ones earlier, I think I would be getting these as well. Yeah. Having seen, do you have that bracelet that you were doing? Yes. Yep. Let's have a look, just so that you can show that this is what you can do with it. Oh, it's a fab. Yes. I love it, I love it. Look at that. And it's still got, oh yeah, still got give in it.
Plenty of stretch.
Plenty of stretch in it. I'm just going to spin that round so that you can see that you can create that macrame look with it.
And this is the kumahima with it. So that works as well.
Oh my god, that's so amazing. That looks fab. That's awesome. I can't wait to see that's finished. Yes.
So it has worked. That was a good little experiment.
Yeah, it has worked. That was your challenge, and then you extended your own challenge.
Yes.
I'm just going to extend my own challenge, make it harder for myself. These are beautiful. These are the pastels. So you've got light pink, violet, cream, bright yellow, light blue, white, hot pink, beige, and light purple. Wow.
They look like satin from here.
They
so
do a little bit, don't they?
Yeah.
They do a bit.
I'm looking at the brights from earlier, and you can pair a bright with a pastel just to make really nice colour combinations. You can actually, every one of the brights you can mix with a pastel.
Shall I have a little look?
That's really nice.
Let's have a look. So I think the brights are still available. So yeah, so we've got, right, there's the purples, they'll go with that one. Then we've got, the pinks and the reds, they'll go together.
Wow.
Wow, they look amazing. That with that illuminating green.
Even the dark green as well, incorporated with the
boom. There you go. We've got the blues, that'll go with that blue there. This is where I get them all jumbled and can't separate them off again. That will go with that one. Actually, creams and that pastel yellow, they look gorgeous. Yes. And obviously the black go with anything.
Yeah, that's fab.
Wow. Yeah, that's fab. So that is down at the bottom. Those brights are down at the bottom. Let's pop those back over here before we get them all jumbled up.
I can't believe how much like satin they look.
They look fab, don't they? Yeah, there we go. Shall we do the same price as the bright ones?
Really?
Oh, it'd be rude not to, wouldn't it? I think $6.95. $6.95 on those. They're fab. So 10 reels again to 100 metres of elastic. And like we were saying earlier, they're great if you want to do all those sort of intricate designs with them, easy to do. And then somebody said, great for kids' parties. Absolutely fabulous for kids' parties. And the same, I think, as the brights. I think, I was going to say maybe they're a bit more for little girls, but actually I think those bright colours, those blues over here, and the whites and the creams, pretty much for boys as well.
Yeah, I mean, the tennis ball green, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, they'd love that.
Yeah, fab. And like you said, and I said, even if you're not a seller of jewellery, and if I knew someone who made jewellery, and I was like, right, I'm making up party bags. Kids still have party bags? I reckon. Yeah, they do. I'm making up party bags. I'd love to put little stretchy bracelets in them. I can get all of these at $17.95, and I can get them at $6.95. Boom, done. And I've got loads left over.
Choose a colour and put a whole reel of elastic and one of the shell strands in.
Perfect.
I mean, little girls would love to make their own jewellery as well, wouldn't they? Don't give them a bracelet, get them the opportunity to make
them themselves.
And I think,
like I said, half term's around the corner. I think next week. I think, and then you say summer holidays not too far after that. Kids would love to make and create with these, and so nice for them to actually go and do something.
It would be nice on their last day when you pick them up from school and when you get them home and you produce them a craft box for the summer holidays.
Ah, I love it.
As you've been stockpiling all through the previous weeks.
Amazing. And not expensive either.
No,
That's the beauty of it, isn't it? It's not expensive because you've got so much there. You've got 100 metres worth of elastic. You're only going to use a little bit for a bracelet.
Oh.
Amazing. Right. Let's just pop those in there.
They're gone.
Nearly.
Gosh.
Nearly. Yes. Now, going with those elastics, as I said before, these are perfect to go with those elastics. You can just see all that elastic colour straight through these, can't you? This is fab. So we've got clear quartz. Now these are fab because they're 4mm cubes. 4mm cubes, which are amazing. I don't think I've seen cubes on here before, so they're fab. They're amazing. So 3 strands. Could you incorporate these into sort of braiding, kumihimo?
Yeah, I mean that triple again. You can that lends itself really well to cubes.
Amazing. So instead of using the rounds, you just slot the cubes in.
Slot the cubes in.
And these particular strand would be great actually, depending on what you're using. You're going to see all that colour through it.
And for your kumihimo braiding as well. They're
gorgeous.
Both small enough size. Again, gents. That would be a really nice
absolutely gents, yeah. God, fab. So 3 strands. They're so fresh, aren't they? So clear. Amazing. However you want to use them. They look like little ice cubes.
Yeah. They are clear, aren't they? Gosh.
They're amazing. So 60 carats in each strand, so 3 lots, triple trouble. They're 4mm cubes. You've probably seen them before. I have not actually, but cubes we certainly don't see very often at all, and they've got such clarity to them. Beautiful lustre over the top as well. And 3 strands. These are really going to be eye-catching, aren't they?
Cubes make really nice beady beads as well.
I bet they do, yeah. A little bit
good.
different,
Yes,
aren't they? A little bit different, yeah. Fab. Great size to making beady beads as well.
Perfect, perfect.
Gorgeous. Right, if you bought them all separately, this is where we'd be. £20.85. Pretty good. Pretty good. So triple ice, 3 lots of 60 carats, so the clear quartz cubes out of 4mm cubes. And we're going to take these to £14.95. So £5 a strand. Love it.
They are beautiful.
Gorgeous, aren't they? Perfect. £14.95. So if you were to buy them separate, we'd be at a legal price. So £14.95.
I see what you mean now. I couldn't understand what you meant earlier, but I understand now.
Yeah, because we can only go to £6.95.
Yeah.
So anything lower. So £14.95. What if I was to grab them? Let's have a little look. Just as a necklace. Oh, they go with anything and everything. Yeah. That's fab. Yeah, I love that. So different, isn't it? That's awesome. As a bracelet, I think they'd look great as a bracelet with all that. I definitely want to be using it with colour. I might even want to stack these, I think, and have different colours in the stackers. Yeah, I'd have that. Or as a cuff. Do you imagine that's a big wire work cuff and interlacing these into it? That would be fab. I'd love that.
Well, the Tree of Life, I mean, we had that Wall of Fame from earlier. I mean, you could do a really modern contemporary. Instead of having a circle, have a square frame, and then have more of a geometric tree with those in the. I think that would be amazing, wouldn't it?
Very cool. Yeah, very modern.
Do it large enough to hang in a window.
Yeah.
I think that would be beautiful.
Well, that's the beauty, I think, of things like this, isn't it? That if you want to create sort of different ideas to them, and you want to create like maybe a wind chime or anything like that, you can incorporate these because they're going to catch the light perfectly. Absolutely perfectly. Out in the sunshine, that would be great. And I think we've got so many at that price, why not? They'd be great for channel setting. Yes, they would. Yes. Yeah, they would, yes. Straight across. Line them nice and flat and straight across. Perfect. Would look lovely with a colourful elastic running through them. Yeah, Beverly, I'm totally with you on that. I think those bright, vibrant colours, even the pastel tones, look stunning through there. £14.95, I think they might have sold out.
Gosh.
Yes, right. Let's grab these. Did you request this today?
Yes.
I love that. The power. Yeah, now, I'm going to tell you what we've got, and then you're going to tell me the reasoning behind the 2 sizes, if that's okay. So we have got, these are gorgeous colours, beautiful satin cord. There we go, look at those colours. So we have got we've got 2 satin cords and 2 wax cords. Now the satin are green and orange, and the wax are the pink and the yellow. There you go, so that's fab. Very different finishes to them, very different finishes indeed. So that's the 3. Then you've got the 2 Kumihimo discs. So you've got the larger one and the smaller one for you. So that's actually known as a mini, and that one is a large Kumihimo disc. Beautiful colours in there, gorgeous colours. And you're going to mix and match all those different types of threads, can't you?
Yeah, the reason that I asked for this is because I've done quite a bit of Kumihimo in the kits today, using the Zari threads. Yeah. And these are so inexpensive, and they give you hours and hours and hours of fun. And as we've seen the work from Sarah and Prue, it's just phenomenal. And once you start incorporating beads to your work as well, it just takes on a completely new look, and it's incredible. I love it.
I found as well that when I first saw Kumihimo, I was like, oh, it's very casual, it's very sort of relaxed. Then I worked with Prue, and I was like, oh no, it's not. No. That's definitely for an evening night out, that piece. Amazing. What's the difference between the 2 sizes?
It's just handbag size, if you like, just a smaller.
Perfect.
Absolutely. And
so travel one.
For smaller hands as well, so children love
little kids can do it.
as well.
That's fab.
This is a piece I've got coming up in the next kit.
Yeah.
Which I've incorporated some beads, some spacer beads that you get in it as well.
Gosh.
And
Colours are amazing.
I didn't get kumihimo, I just didn't get it. I just didn't understand why we kumihimoed. I understood the fact that it was braiding and for pendants and things. And then Sarah and Prue started introducing spacer beads and gold and other smaller beads.
Yeah.
And it just completely took over. Any spare moments I have, which aren't very many at home, I'm kumihimoing for myself. I
have to say, so Sarah Elvin taught me how to kumihimo.
Yep.
And when I was upstairs doing it, I was literally like, I had to concentrate to start with to get it going.
Yep.
Then after a while,
you do.
Actually quite relaxing.
Sarah always says it takes you into the zone.
It really does.
Yeah.
It sort of massively chills you out.
It does, yeah.
I literally was like this.
Yeah.
And you stop thinking about it and you just get into a rhythm. And it's amazing. I think if you've had, like I say, if you've got a spare moment, you had a bit of a stressful day, just sit down and then you just kind of go,
It works. It works.
It really does.
It's so repetitive, and it's quite. It's very therapeutic.
It's therapeutic.
It's even more therapeutic than macrame, I think. But I think for me, that's my downtime, and you get amazing, beautiful jewellery.
Yeah.
Just from using small beads and bringing beads into it. It's incredible.
And
Love it.
I think what you're saying about having the smaller one, so for smaller hands, so if kids want to do it, kids running around like lunatics all day in the summer holidays, and they've just been expending so much energy, and you want to sort of calm it down.
Yeah, get these for your summer box, for your summer craft box.
Absolutely.
I mean, they'd love it. They'd love it.
Wow, so this is where this is even where we should be, 1370. Great, because you can do it, show them how to do it, and they can have their own kumihimo disc.
I know where we're going with this.
$6.95. Did you know?
So that's. I mean, I haven't looked on internet websites for prices of kumihimo discs, but I'm imagining they're about $5 upwards.
I would think
something like that. So you've got the 2 discs and all the cords as well.
And the cords,
that's fantastic.
And the cords. That's it. And you've got those 2 different finishes. So they're the wax cords. We don't have very many, so you've got to check your baskets out, because I think for half term, for summer holidays.
And at that sort of price, we were talking earlier about having 3 discs for different materials. This is your opportunity now, without a doubt.
And when they're different sizes as well, you can go, right, that really small one I'm going to use for wire. That's it. That's all I'm going to use that for. That's going to be for wire. And then I'm going to grab a couple. I'm going to have one for my Echelon threads and one for any larger materials that I want to work with.
I haven't tried paracording with kumihimo yet. It might be quite bold.
It would be very bold, but amazing. If you were making a dog lead or something like that, that would be amazing.
It's just finding the bell caps big enough. I mean, you'd have to have, dinner bowls, like soup bowls.
Go in your cupboard.
Well, I'm sure you could do it. And there is. I'm sure there is a form of kumihimo with 4 strands. So you get a braid rather than. So you could do something like that, because we've got the large silver and gold bell caps, haven't we? You can maybe use something like that. But that's brilliant price.
That's fab. And they're gone.
They've gone.
They're gone. Not surprising, really, is it? Not surprising.
Can you see what the time is? It's 11:30. Where is today gone?
Where is today gone? It's because we're having so much fun, Mark.
I can't quite believe that.
It's because we're having so much fun. Right. This is now. We're doing this, aren't we? The colours are so gorgeous.
This caught your eye, didn't it, more than anything, I think, this one.
I am in love with these sari threads. Absolutely love them. They are so beautiful. So beautiful. Right, let's have a look as we do. Let's have a look at the 2 strands that we've got. So on here, let's have a quick look. Wow, look at those. We have got yellow culture potato pearls, a 6x5mm. Look at that. Wow, and then we've got 35 carats worth of peridot. They sit perfectly together. Absolutely perfectly. Those pearls are amazing. Summer pearls. Summer pearls, that's perfect. Summer pearls. Then we have got, again for you, we've got, clear elastic, beading thread and the monofilament for you. So we've got 50 metres worth of the gold colour beading thread, 6 metres of the clear elastic and 80 metres of the monofilament. Perfect. We've got these gorgeous beads. That's what you've incorporated, isn't it, into that little sneak peek there?
I think you get 40 in the kit, which is perfect for a bracelet.
Is it? Amazing. There you go. They're gorgeous. They're great size. So great drill, equivalent of a drill hole through them, aren't they? Yeah, great size there. And then we've got the memory wire, and someone was asking about the memory wire, so you're going to show us a little bit of how to work with that. The only way I can really describe these sizes is a ring, a bracelet and a necklace size, but not limited to that at all. You use them as and how you want to use them. Perfect. And then my favourite. Look at these three. Wow. They are stunning colours. Look at those. Wow. Just wow. I love how they all seem to sort of merge together, because they've all got, I know this is a golden colour, but they've all got kind of a golden thread running through them, so they sort of match really nicely. Really lovely, really nice. It's got like a kind of golden and then a pink as I move it as well. They are so, so stunning. So we've got, the colours are daffodil, mystic teal and mystic pink. Wow. Again, 375 metres. So again, I'm practically running around a rally track with it. So much, so much. Ah, colours are amazing. I love that this is called Bucks Fizz. Why? It's Eurovision Day. Oh yeah, the final this evening, apparently. Oh yes, this is where we should have been. Already great, 38.20. That's if you were to bring it all buy that all separately. So 3 lots of memory wire, 2 strands, the beads, the monofilament, the beading thread, the elastic, and the 3 strands of that beautiful zari thread. We're going to take that down to £24.95. Where were we? 37? 38, over £38, and we're now at £24.95. Wow. You want to I'm going to bring the bracelet with me. You want to be grabbing those. Wow. Wow. Those colours are amazing. Probably my favourite colours, I think.
That period's massive as well.
Huge. They're gorgeous. Oh, yes.
They're a bit mad, aren't they?
I know, I love them.
Well, I saw a picture that Jenny had put from her holiday, and I thought, I'll make Jenny some earrings, even though she's not here.
I love them.
They're a bit mad, aren't they?
No, I love them. And I think even if you felt they were a bit mad, the fashion at the moment is to have all the hair, like, all built on one side and have one side sort of free, and just have one earring.
That's right. And if you notice, I've actually macrame'd over the memory wire.
Oh, as if you have. Yeah. Wow.
So they're really, the sparkle from that zari thread is just stunning. Beautiful.
Oh, wow. How easy is that to do?
It's quite fiddly.
Is it?
But no, it's really good once you get the knack. Look at that.
That looks gorgeous over the top.
I can show you actually when we do the memory wiry bit.
That's amazing. We've got a really nice text message, I think. Hi, Mark and Vicky. Oh, you make a great team. Your enthusiasm is infectious.
It works really well, I think. Well, again on Monday, aren't we?
Yes, we are. Yeah. We've had like 3 days together in the last sort of 5. Yes.
Nice.
So £24.95. Right. What are you going to show us?
Well, I'm going to give you a few little memory wire hints and tips. Then.
Love that. Yes, please.
Okay, so when I'm especially doing workshops, I'm not casting aspersions on the ladies and gents that have been on the workshops, but I notice that when they're threading on, they're doing this constantly as they're threading. Right. Okay. So if I show you how we finish it off at the end. Okay, so I've cut my 4 coils, and make sure you use heavy-duty wire cutters. Yeah.
Because they've got to be different, haven't they?
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay, so I've cut my 4 coils off, and when I'm cutting a coil, I always make sure that whichever end I start from, it mirrors the cutting edge. So can you see it follows where the cut along the top. Okay. Then when you're finished bracelet, the 2 cut ends will be under the wrist.
Perfect.
Okay, you won't have one at the top of the wrist and one underneath.
Fab.
Okay?
Yeah.
So start at one end. All we're going to do is about 1 centimetre from the end, using flat nose pliers. We're just going to bend into the coil 90 degrees. And then with the round nose pliers, we're going to curl back. Okay, so it's 90 degrees in and then curl back, until you get your nice loop at the end. Okay, so then you can start threading your beads. Now the way I thread is I keep it completely flat. So I have it in my left hand. Okay, and I take a chip with the right, thread it on, maybe 5 or 6, and then keeping it flat, I bring them round to the end. Then I cut back to the beginning, pop on a couple of inches of beads, and then I just keep it nice and flat. As soon as you start stretching it, okay, you will lose a certain amount of its memory.
Of course you will.
Especially if we're using larger beads. And then once you finish, you do exactly the same as we did at this end.
Yeah.
So you fold into 90 degrees,
and wrap
curl
back round.
90. So for the memory wire earrings, just to show you how I did the macrame.
Yeah, please.
Okay. I cut off a whole coil plus a couple of inches, so you have a certain overlap.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Now these pliers here was a type of flush cutter that we had about 18 months, 2 years ago, and I accidentally used them once to cut memory wire with.
Oops.
So I've ruined them. So these are now my memory wire cutters.
Right.
So I've ruined them. I can't make them any worse. So I use them as my memory wire
keep making them worse.
So all I've done is, so you've got that piece of memory wire with the overlap section, okay, and all you do is you take your memory wire, you pass one coil underneath your small macrame board, okay, like so, just manipulate it so that the coil sits in one of the slots, which is done there, and that's your lazy strand for then you to start doing your macrame.
Oh, okay.
So then all you do is just tease it round.
And do you tease the actual macrame that you've already made round, right?
And because it's quite a nice soft material, you can actually drag it round to the position that you want it in before you start adding beads and things.
Amazing. So you would start quite low down and then just push it around
and then move
going.
it round, then add some more beads, and then to finish, all I've done is I've cut there and there. So you've got that sort of half circle.
Oh,
I've got my loops either side, and then I've attached the chain with a shepherd's hook.
Fab. So why in the first place do you want to use more than you'll need?
Because it's less fiddly, and also if you cut it like this at this point, there's not going to be anything for you to pop it under your under your board.
So you need it to grab onto to use as your stability.
That's right. And the little pieces that you cut off, you can turn into eye pins, and you can use them as findings.
Of course you can.
So don't throw any of the memory wire away either. So no, I love memory wire, and as I said, for the memory coil bangles, I just love making them.
Well, they're nice and easy, aren't they? Quick, but they look fab, and they look like instant stackers.
Yeah, but if you, like I said, if you remember when threading, just keep it all horizontal and flat, and don't stretch.
Don't stretch it. A little bit like the idea of using jump rings to open and close that way rather than distorting
and also,
it.
Don't put them on wrong, which I noticed you did on the Late Show the other night. And I didn't say anything, but you had the coil like this, and you did this.
Oh, dun dun dun!
Okay, the point of a coil bracelet is you put one coil on,
weave it on,
and then you wrap it round.
Perfect.
Because as soon as you start doing this, you're
doing the same thing,
you're stretching it, and you did that the other night.
I did do that the other night, yeah.
I saw you struggling when you were trying. And I thought, why is she doing it like that?
Why doesn't she know? I think we've sold out. Of the kit. We have got these though. Can we do these?
Oh, I love that.
That's gorgeous, isn't it?
That's my
favourite. It's like Under the Sea.
Ever colour. Ariel the Mermaid, is it?
Yeah.
Ariel?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I want to be.
This is A's. Again, opal colour. We've got the opals coming up.
I know. That would be amazing with the opals. Absolutely amazing. Yeah. What do you love about this so much?
Well, it's the iridescence. It's a length. As I said, I don't think we do a reel anywhere near 125 metres of anything on a reel, so you get masses and masses of it. And as I said, you can kumihimo with it. You can double it up. You can triple it up. You can quadruple it up. You can do as many, depending on how thick you want it. You can do exactly the same with macrame. It's fine enough to get it through our beads if you're using it as a lazy strand. So it's just got everything for it, and amazing. That silver.
It's incredible.
I did something similar with the kit. If you look at this macrame technique, which is called the alternating knot, it looks like chain.
Whoa, yes it does.
And that's using another silver sari, and it looks like chain.
It does look like chain. Yeah, that's amazing.
So it's amazing cord.
Wow, I mean they're fab, aren't they? Fab, so many realising how beautiful this is. That is,
isn't that incredible?
Look like opals, doesn't it?
Yeah. That turquoise is for me though, I think that's
gorgeous. Gorgeous. Wow, we've got, again, 375 metres, keep running around that track with it. We've got silver, mystic white and mystic blue colours of that zari thread. 3 reels, people multi-buying already, wow. $6.95.
Incredible.
$6.95. The beauty of these, especially these two here, you can mix those with any of those that we got today.
Yeah, absolutely. No,
any of those. I mean, I'm just looking at your piece here, and if you want to mix that pink and that blue.
No, that's lovely.
A fab combination.
I just think they're amazing.
They're amazing, aren't they? And they're nice to work with.
I used with. I mean, that was the purple, wasn't it, from earlier? And I mean, the purple and the turquoise, I think, were just beautiful together.
Same. I'm thinking those two.
Yes, actually, yeah. Oh,
wow.
This is brilliant. I'm so pleased with our products.
Yeah.
I know our buyers work incredibly hard to source these for us, and I'm so grateful. I think they're incredible.
They are beautiful. And I've never seen these before, and I think these are so fab. But what a great price as well, $6.95 for so much of it.
And I believe you can knit with it as well. So you can actually make knitted cuffs and all sorts of things.
Crochet and all that sort of stuff. Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
That's an amazing price.
Wow. I'm gonna nip over here for a little bit because we're gonna recap some of the pieces that we had at the beginning that people might have missed. It's Saturday morning. Yeah. You might have missed it. So come back over. We're gonna go through some of the pieces that we did earlier on this morning, just in case you missed it. This was our early bird. What an early bird this was as well. Wow. But if you weren't an early bird this morning, which is fine because it's a Saturday, it's a day to relax. And it's a bank holiday weekend, and it's Eurovision. You're probably getting your sleep ready for tonight. Done. We have got, look at these, we've got red jasper, we've got carnelian, we have got pink amethyst, rose quartz, lapis lazuli. I can't believe there's a whole strand of fluorite in there, that's amazing. Tiger's eye. We have got peach moonstone, smoky quartz, and my favourite, that amazonite on the end. And like you say, if you want to create that memory style bracelet, you sell yours for £15.
They start at 15.
Yeah, well, starts at 15, incredible. And how much of a strand do you use?
I get 2 4-coilers out of a double strand, including accent beads.
Wow, so one of these...
You get 2 bracelets out.
Is going to cover your cost plus the cost of the memory wire?
Yeah.
Easily.
Easy.
Done. And then you've got 9 other strands to do whatever you want with.
Without a doubt.
Whoa, whoa. So again, we've got red jasper here on the end. We've got, so red jasper is this one on the end, that's that deep red. Then we've got the carnelian, that's nice and bright, got like a fiery glow to it. Pink amethyst, which is really unusual to see that light colour. Normally it's the deep saturation of the amethyst, so lovely to have that very feminine look. Rose quartz, which is always beautiful, again a feminine hit to it. Lapis lazuli steeped in history and a beautiful gemstone. Fluorite, which is amazing. Absolutely amazing, that blue fluorite, and I can't believe there's, for such a long strand, to being able to pick out all those blues for so many, I think it's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Then we've got yellow tiger's eye, which is stunning. As you move that gem around, you're going to see all the different patterning and all that sort of pattern change as the light catches it. We then got peach moonstone, which I always find is an absolute go-to gem. Going to go with any skin colour and any outfit that you wear as well, because of those neutral tones. Coming next to it, got the chocolatey tones of your smoky quartz, and my favourite, the amazonite. Oh yes, that for me is summer holidays right there. Right there. So 10 strands, working at £17.95 is about £1.80 a strand, which is crackers, isn't it?
I still can't believe that. Oh dear.
Yeah, I mean, wow. Wow. £1.80, and you can make off of that £30.
Yep.
Amazing. But I think, oh yes, so who was it, sorry? Oh, an anonymous would like to know when we've got the opal coming up. We're going to do that in about 15 minutes, but we can have a quick look at it. Wow. I hope you can see this colour, because this colour is amazing.
Gosh. It's nice that we don't have to apologise.
I know.
For this strand.
There it is. Look at that. Woohoo! And that you can see up there is all over that strand. That is all over.
Now, last night they had an hour on Gems TV specifically on opal.
Did they?
And Adina was saying that red is not the most popular, is the least found colour.
Yeah. Did she say why?
She did, and I can't remember what it was.
Well, so when you see sort of bars of light within the rainbow, so white light made up of that full spectre of the rainbow, blues, greens, purples, they're the larger bars, and as you move down into the reds, they're the smallest bar of light, and often sort of bounces in and gets lost. But whoa, when you see that red, it's amazing, because it means that it's captured the red in there, and yeah, you don't often see it.
Rare.
Yes, it is incredibly rare to see it, especially when it's like electric reds. There it is. Woo! Yeah, that's why. So we've got this spinel coming up as well. Wow, this is coming up in the next hour. Look at this.
I'm absolutely exhausted. Today's show has just been amazing.
Absolutely incredible. And it's not even over yet.
No.
Look at that. We've got that coming up very, very soon. We've then got these. Your product.
My strand, yeah.
Yours and Martha's favourite, I think, these ones. Look at these. Wow. Just amazing. Absolutely amazing. And then we've got these coming up, which I absolutely adore because of that gorgeous shape of them. Now, these are completely natural in their colour. Look at these. Now, when I first saw these, I thought that they were like pearls sort of put together to create, and they lock together so perfectly. Oh no, they're the pearls themselves.
Little dumbbell shape.
Look, yeah, and they sit and lock together amazingly.
I've never seen that before.
I've seen something similar. I don't think they were this size. I think the ones I've seen before were smaller than this. They were really, really popular, incredibly popular. And when they were used as a necklace, they were amazing. Yeah, incredible. So let's pop those back on there. We're just going to recap for you in case you missed it, because this was an incredible offer. This was amazing. Wait, where's the other one? Dun, dun. Oh, I put it over here. There it is. So we had 2 lots of storage. 2 lots of storage. Great, because they're so clear. You can see exactly what's in them. And we discovered with these you can move the sections about, so you can create the length of section that you want, size of section. And we had cement and the E6000 glue, so hyper cement and the E6000 glue for you. Just to show you how this works, you literally can just take those sections out and change them up. There you go, just change it up. There you are, fab. So 2 storage blocks plus the glue, 2 lots of glue at £9.95, so £10 for the lot. That's amazing. So 2 lots of glue, that hypo cement plus the E6000 at just £9.95 with those 2 storage units as well. Louise says, OMG, so many beautiful things on today. So just arranging a second mortgage.
I think I would be as well.
I love it. Thank you, such an amazing show today. Oh, my dog is sitting with his legs crossed as I can't go out. Amazing. Oh, it's been fab. Oh, we've still got another hour. We've still got another hour of these crazy deals. This is fab. So £9.95. So just to recap those for you. So we had the 10 strands of those nuggets at £17.95. We had these 2 storage units plus the 2 glues. They went to £9.95. And we're now going to go over, my favourite bit, to the Wall of Fame. All right, we've got Wall of Fame. I love this. I love this. I love how this has been displayed as well on a reel of wire.
How intricate. You can imagine the size that they are in real life.
Yeah.
The intricacy of the weaving. It's incredible.
Oh, amazing. Right, let's have a little look. So this is from Jenny. Hi JM, thought I'd send a picture of some earrings I've just made. Realised whilst making them, I never make myself anything. It's always gifts for others. So I decided these were going to be my treat. Good idea, what a great way to do it as well. Antique bronze and chartreuse wire with sterling silver findings and crackle quartz all from JM. Thanks for the inspiration from Jenny. That's fab. That was 206.
This is beautiful as well. This is what I was talking about, using beads and chips together.
Perfect.
Yeah, amazing effect. Number 204, and this is from Jackie in Berkshire. And Jackie says, hi everyone, this is my entry for this week. All gems and findings are from yourselves. I love watching the show and think the presenters, that's you, and the designers are brilliant. That's me.
Thank you.
Sorry. Thank you so much, JM, for bringing us fantastic jewellery and excellent prices. Good luck to everyone in the draw, and that's from Jackie in Berkshire. That's just beautiful.
Fab.
Beautiful.
I love how these two colours have been mixed together.
They're a talented bunch, aren't they, our viewers?
Absolutely. Who's this from? This is from Brenda. Brenda says, hello, I spent a fabulous day on Silver Elvin's Y Work course last Saturday, and as well as learning new techniques, I came away inspired. I'm entering this ring in the Wall of Fame. I made it after the course, and it's 1mm purple wire, wow, with 0.25 wrap and 2 amethyst chips, all from JM. Looking forward to building on everything I learned. Watch this space. That's number 207. That's amazing. I love that that's what this sort of courses do, really inspire people to go out and go and make some beautiful things.
I do love my job, and I see some pieces sometimes and I think this is what I want to aspire to. Yeah. This is exquisite. Number 205, and this is from Febby. And Febby says, hi all, I'm Febby Nowley, and this is my... this is what we were talking about earlier.
No, that's not. No, it's not.
I know, my first wrapped cabochon. And this is also my first entry. I hope it will make it through. I'm sorry, that's just...
What?
Best wishes from Febby.
That's a first attempt.
My first wrapped cabochon. That is exquisite. You should be very proud of that. As I said, that's what I want to aspire to. That's incredible. Well done.
That's a first attempt. I need to have a look.
That's phenomenal. Well done. I'm quite taken aback with that.
Me too. Well, this is from Katie. Hi all at JM. Happy Bank Holiday weekend. Absolutely. Here is my entry for this week's Wall of Fame. Peach quartzite and copper coloured wire. Goddess bracelet and matching ring. I think I'm going to wear them for a family wedding next weekend. Perfect. Thank you so much for my win last week, but I still can't help entering. Good luck to all. There you go, Katie.
Yeah, I thought I recognised the name.
208. Well done. Fabulous stuff. Right. We are going to go for a short break, but when we come back, we have got this beautiful opal. Wow. This is the sort of piece that I think, get this home, because even on that recording there, and the screens and cameras do it no justice at all, unfortunately, but you can still see amazing colour in there. We've got that coming up, and lots more coming up after the break. In this break, we're going to tell you a little bit about our workshops.
Jewellery Maker offers an extensive range of creative workshops for all levels, from beginners right through to advanced. Each workshop is run by our approachable tutors who are all friendly, knowledgeable and are specialists in their field of expertise. Our popular courses are tailor-made to suit your needs and to help you get started with a new hobby or to advance your skills onto the next level. We keep the class sizes small to ensure you get plenty of one-to-one attention, so book early to avoid disappointment. For more information, contact our call centre or visit our website.
We here at Jewellery Maker love to hear your feedback. So working in conjunction with FIFO, a global ratings and reviews provider, when you purchase a product from JM, you will receive an email asking you to rate our service and our products. This helps us to bring you excellent customer service and ensure we're bringing you value for money and high quality goods. Have your say with Jewellery Maker FIFO reviews.
Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order for just 50p and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates for items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from the Genuine Gemstone Company.
Wow. Just wow. Every time I look at this, I see more colour coming out of it. It is an incredible phenomena that happens with opal. It's a beautiful, beautiful gemstone. Now what happens as the white light jumps into the gem, you'll see it with other gemstones as well. It gets broken up, and as we were saying, it gets broken up into that full rainbow of colour. White light made up of the full spectre of the rainbow. And what happens is, especially with Ethiopian opal, because it's a slightly sort of watery gemstone, as the light gets in, it breaks up and flies back out again. But as it flies back out, it sort of catches on the inside of the sort of watery gemstone and comes back out, which is why you see this incredible hologram effect to it. Now the colours are exquisite, and they are everywhere on this, absolutely everywhere on this strand. Look at, whoa, I mean, amazing. I don't think I have seen, well, I don't think I have seen opal quite like this kind of quality on JM before. This is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Look at that colour in there. It is so incredibly beautiful. I mean, the colour coming out of this. We sometimes have opal, and you might get one or two that might have this sort of amazing colour in, but this is all the way along on this, all the way along. This is 15 carats worth of this. Wow. So we go from 4x3 to 8x4. Look at that colour. And we've got 18 centimetres jam-packed with this beautiful colour. Wow, so we're going to bring the details in for you. So we promised it at 12, so we're literally holding on. We don't want anyone to miss out, so we're just going to wait for those sort of last minute for those details in. This is not enhanced in any way, and if I spin it all the way to the end, you are still getting amazing colour. It's all the way through, all the way through. This was my favourite. I couldn't resist. Look at that. And it is in every single piece. There is no exception in here. It is in every single piece. And you were saying it's really unusual to see reds, and that's just because red is the smallest. Whoa, smallest bar of light, and you've got red in there, smallest bar of light, which often gets lost. So it flies in, just flies back out, just because it's so tiny, you don't always see it, which is why you see the blues and the greens more. And Adina was also saying on the show last night, because I like tuning in for special hours, and opal, I love Ethiopian opal. And she was also saying that on a recent buying expedition, they've managed to buy one parcel. That's all there is, because it is getting so difficult to mine. They're going lower and lower and lower on. It's a can't remember what the term is, where the gemstones a seam. A seam, yeah. And the seam that they've reached is just depleting, and they've managed to get. And they showed a picture of the parcel. Yeah. And it's probably about the size of the Labradorite Cabochon selection we had earlier. That's it. And to get this kind of quality, to filter out. To filter out is just amazing. Now we have only got 100 of these, and that's it. Now we're holding off a little bit. We want to make sure everyone that wanted one can go grab it. As soon as those details, look at that colour. As soon as those details come on screen, you can go grab it. So you can go grab it now. We've got 15 carats worth of Ethiopian opal. And I know we always say it, but the lights and the cameras that we use kind of almost bleach out that colour a little bit, which is such a shame. But these are sorts of pieces that I say, get this home and really appreciate all that incredible colour. These are flying out. If you do want one, you've got to be super quick, because look at that. You've got your 30-day money-back guarantee. I think over half the stock has already gone. You've got your 30-day money-back guarantee. Get it home and go have a good look at it, because it's amazing. And in lots of them, I'm seeing full rainbow colour. Full rainbow colour. I've got greens, I've got reds. Look at that in there. Whoa, look at that. And it is in every, look at the reds. It is in every single one. It is in every single one, and there is no exception on my strand. And it's not like we filtered out the best one. They are all like that. And you've got your 30-day money-back guarantee. So if it's not, you'll send it back, but it will be.
So it looks like that here in the studio. What's it going to be like, as you said, when you get it home?
Absolutely, that's exactly it. Yeah, as soon as you get this home, just wow, wow. This is amazing. People multi-buying as well. It's an 18 centimetre strand. You don't want to miss out on this. Could you imagine using like 3 on a sterling silver clustering? Oh, you need to check those baskets out. You're going to miss out otherwise. Oh wow. Now, when I saw this, I had a price in mind when I saw this. Do you know?
I don't know the price. I was going to go for $69.95.
Right. I was about the 70, 80 mark.
Yeah.
And that's no lie. As soon as I saw it, I was like, all right, okay, that's what that must be. No.
No.
No. $47.95. I know. I literally went,
really?
That can't possibly be right. I put it at about the 70, 80 mark, convinced it would be, because the quality is so incredible. So incredible. Now, how would you string these, Mark? Liz says she's got hers.
Well, I would brûlée wrap them, and I would use them solely for earrings, because I think I'd want them to be free, so you could see all the angle, get all the light coming from all angles.
Yeah.
Or like, I mean, there's a ring coming up shortly that you've got your eyes on.
Yeah.
You could do the same sort of technique.
That's exactly what I would do. Exactly what I would do. We do, and you did a very similar version. We do a sterling silver finding that's got little loops on it.
Yes. Oh, perfect.
Yeah, and I personally, and this is a really selfish thing to say, but I would want to be able to see it. So I would want to be making a ring on it, definitely, because I'd want to be moving it around and seeing all that colour, because the colour is amazing.
Do you remember we were talking about drops and how important it was? Can you remember we were talking about the gap between the drill hole and the point? Yeah. And again, they're really substantial on this.
Yeah, they are.
You can brûlée
they are.
Wrap.
Great amount there between the drill hole there and the actual gem.
Oh yeah, there's plenty. That's fantastic. £50, less than 50.
Wow. Okay, we have got 10 left, and I can see about 20 people in their baskets. Sue, Amanda, Alison, Nonham, Yorkshire, Scottish Borders, Kirsty, Angela, Stephen, Susan, Margaret, Steph, Dawn. Not yours until you check out. This is the ring that you're talking about. You could do this 100% with that opal, and that would be amazing. That would be
incredible. Or you could mix some opal in the gaps on that ring.
I might take that one out and put opal in the centre and encase it. So extravagant. Wow, that quartz is coming up very, very shortly. Yippee! Oh, I just made it back in time, says Jane. Amazing stuff, amazing. They are so incredibly beautiful. Wow, we've got 5 left, 5 left.
Gosh.
And you said around the 65 mark.
69 mark.
Yeah, I said 70, 80. And that's no lie either. When I saw it, I was like, it's got to be about that. Yeah, that was actual genuine shock when I heard this morning. Yeah, it really was. Amazing. $47.95. $47.95, and the colour is just look at that. Wow, amazing. Hi, yes, got mine. Yay! Have a great day, Julie, and you, Julie. And says, hi Vicky, I wanted to thank JM. I attended my first fete last weekend and sold my jewellery and made all with JM products.
Brilliant.
Yes.
Ace.
That's
we like
fab.
to hear that. Yeah, that's nice.
Oh, amazing. Amazing. Has that gone? Sold out.
Gosh. There's nothing like selling your first piece of jewellery.
I bet that's amazing, actually. I bet that's a phenomenal feeling.
Yeah.
Really, really great feeling. Amazing. Right, let's have a little look. Right. Okay. So, how many do we have of those? We had 100 of those, of the opal, and they were gone. We've now got Black Spinel, and we've got how many? 34.
Yeah.
Wow. Now, my favourite thing about Spinel, is that's such a tough gemstone. It can be rubbed down so much that the lustre is so exquisite. Now, I always compare Black Spinel to black diamonds, but actually I think it was Sarah Elvin, who said, yes, and diamonds obviously are diamonds, but with Black Spinel, it doesn't have any blemishes. Whereas black diamonds sometimes can have blemishes, whereas with Black Spinel, because it's such a tough gemstone, they can make that surface area so smooth and so lustrous, you don't get any of that. And I just think when you're looking at, and that's the beauty of this, I think, that you've got that luster, you've got that sparkle, and it's just So incredibly glamorous. I think with the size of these as well, you don't necessarily have to use too many. You could quite easily just use one and you'd still have that great effect. Could you imagine this in a ring? Ping! Wow. How do you think you would incorporate it into a piece?
I think, I don't know, I'd have to have a bit of a practice, but I think about you probably wire wrapping them with gold, maybe 0.4 or 0.6 wire, something like that.
Yeah.
And actually make a feature of each one of them, because they're large enough to do that.
Yeah, no, definitely, definitely. And I think because it's an opaque gemstone, with that drill hole in there as well, it's so easy to use that and sort of incorporate that into your piece that you could use it without it being noticed that it's used.
Yes, yes.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
So 17 carats worth of beautiful black spinel. This really is so beautiful. Look at that, wow. The facets are exquisite, the depth of tone is exquisite. The space, I think, across the front of it has got such a great surface area that it will just sparkle. Yeah, it's like paparazzi cameras going off. It's amazing. Absolutely incredible. Yeah, like I say, you can use that drill hole without actually using it, looking like it's being used, I think. So 9 to 10 millimeters, 70 carats worth of beautiful black spinel. I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 on there, 12 on there. Just fabulous, so glamorous, so exquisite. And when we're talking about Art Deco, this with gold, wow, absolutely wow. So 70 carats worth of beautiful black spinel, graduated faceted cushions that go from about 9 to 11 on a 15 centimetre strand. Wow. So for this, we're going to take it to just I think we're going to go a bit lower than we were. Yeah, let's go a bit lower than we were. So we're going to take it to $32.95. $32.95. This is just beautiful. Absolutely incredible. Now, I probably, if I had this strand, wouldn't want to use too many. You can get away with, because of the beauty of it, because of the luster, just using one. Absolutely just using one.
I'm just thinking someone like Alison Tarry, I think it's this month or next month, is a brand new workshop with prong setting. She's making prong setting out of wire.
Perfect.
And if you could use a fine enough wire to prong set a couple of those and have as outside cufflinks, black spinel cufflinks, all wire wrapped, I just think it would look incredible. That
would be amazing. Male or female?
Yes, yeah.
Male or female, definitely. Cool, what a look that would be.
Oh, they're beautiful.
$32.95, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 of them in there, 12 of them in there. I think the beauty of it is you've got such luster, such sparkle, such a look of black diamonds there. Wow, £2.75 a piece. Wow. Wow. And like I say, they are slightly graduated, so you could use for a pair of earrings and a drop pendant, and that would be a full set done easily. And it's $2.75 for each gem. Amazing. It's brand new. Yeah, brand new strand, brand new strand. Those facets are just making that gemstone really sparkle. There's that depth of tone and the fact that it is rubbed down so much that you get that great luster and great sparkle. Perfect. Can I just grab that and have a look and see what that would look like? If you wanted to be super extravagant.
You can afford to be at that price.
You can.
Can you?
Whoa.
That is beautiful.
That is stunning. In fact, actually, you could have just sort of a front section, couldn't you?
Maybe have the cubes, the clear quartz cubes, maybe 3 in between.
Yes.
That look amazing.
Yeah, I think those sold out actually, but I am just going to have a quick look. Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. Beautiful, absolutely stunning. So gorgeous, $32.95. Wow. I think that you and Martha Mug are fighting over this strand. Wow, wow, wow. Now, again, we don't have very many of these at all. I think we've got less than 50 of them. Less than 50 of them. These are absolutely exquisite. The clarity of these is phenomenal. They're like really get inside and bounce around because of the cut, because of the facets. You are getting, again, that fire, that rainbow effect. Same as what you get in the opal, but just a glisten of colour as opposed to that watery effect. I think you've only got to know that you've got to go onto the high street and see one of these in a high street store and know the sort of price that you're looking at it for one. These are amazing. 70 carats worth. I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 of them. 10 of them. Graduated fancy drops. Fancy they are indeed. They're 10 to 11 mil and a 14 centimetre strand. I'm just going to grab it because it's really sparkling. There it goes. Look at that. It is absolutely amazing. I'm going to grab the ring actually that's been made because that really shows them off. Because of the way that they're put on that strand, I'm going to just grab this ring because that really shows off. Look at that facets on there. I think these brand new, yeah. I've never seen anything quite like this. Look at that. Oh wow. They are amazing. They are absolutely amazing. And however you want to work with them, and this is very extravagant using 5, but you could just use 1, couldn't you? Then we've got a pair of earrings that are just as beautiful. Wow, they are amazing. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. The way they catch the light, the sparkle, that fire effect that you're getting inside them. We're talking massively high end, aren't we? Massively high end.
They're all the same size, aren't they, from one end to the other?
Perfect. Absolutely perfect. I think they're 10 to 11, but they are virtually the same, aren't they? Virtually the same. That's a millimetre different. They are amazing.
I'd do wire macrame rings with them.
Would you? And how would you do that? How would you do that?
Well, we have a range of strands called multi-shaped drops, I think they're called, something like that. But I've always called them dumpy onions. You've probably heard me mention them to you.
Yes, I have, yeah.
So they're very similar to this sort of shape. And that point really allows itself to sit well inside a macrame knot. So if you use 0.4 wire and measure the amount of wire that you need to go around the finger, and then get halfway with your basic square knot macrame, introduce one of these beads that would then sit upright, nice and proud. And then when you came to the second half of the knot, it sits and cushions the stone. Proud, so it sits proud. And so you can either do just 1 as a ring, or 5 or 7 in a bracelet. I just think this particular shape, this is why I chose it as my strand of the day, because that shape lends itself so well to macrameing with.
Perfect.
Beautiful. So that's the effect you would get with a macrame band of wire.
That's amazing. That is amazing. Beautiful. And whether you macrame, whether you almost sort of encase it in wire, so easy to do with that drill hole through it as well with wire. Almost sort of weave it, and the same idea is sort of sit it, almost encase it in like a basket style.
Faceting's amazing.
It is phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal.
Is it,
I feel like I've walked into sort of an old-fashioned ball, you know, when they've got, you know, when they spin and they have all those beautiful, and it's all spinning and glistening on the floor. I feel like I'm in Strictly Come Dancing. I think that's what it is.
Probably what it
but
is.
Do you know what I mean? It's that look. We've got a beautiful text message. Let's have a look. Oh, Louise says, I've got some of these mouth-watering, incredible strand. I would, I'd be using 1 in rings and.
That's incredible faceting.
That's a little update. So messy. I'm going through tissues, drooling, so mouth-watering. Excited. I mean, they are phenomenal. Phenomenal. So 70 carats worth. How many have I got in here? 11, wasn't it? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So 10 of them on there. They were 10 to 11. Wow. They were supposed to be that price.
Oh, were they? I was going at $49.95.
So you were going at about
$5 each, yeah.
About $5 each, yeah. That's a good way to look at it. But because it's bank holiday and we've had an amazing show.
£3
£3 a gem.
The work that has gone into that.
I know.
Oh my word.
Wow. Wow, $29.95. I think there's about 10 or 15 left of them. That's it.
So the £30 that I was off for the Opal price.
Yep.
That will get that.
That will get that as well. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. Wow.
They're phenomenal. I don't think I've ever seen faceting quite like that.
It is exquisite, isn't it? Absolutely exquisite. And because of that clarity, we're talking sort of pure gem quality. These are sorts of pieces that I love this, because you're talking about watching gems and seeing all those pieces that are made up. This is the sort of quality that you're seeing, but you can determine exactly what it looks like. You can create and put that personal touch, either for you, for somebody else, a commission piece, whatever it is that you want to do, and it's got that personal touch to it. It's handmade. It is just amazing to see that you can do that and just create such amazing pieces. I think if everybody checks out, they are going to be gone. I'm not surprised. I am not surprised. Wow, £3 a gem? Yes, please.
That's the most beautiful faceting I think I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It really is amazing.
And I said this was extragovant, however, £3
a
gem, why not? Why would you not do it? I love it. Gorgeous. Right, let's move that out the way. I think this is probably the most stacked strand of pearls I think I have ever seen. And I have seen, so I had similar ones, but I think you're right, I think they were coral rather than pearls.
That's right, yeah.
And they sit together so perfectly, and they were put into a necklace. Oh, it just changed the whole look of the piece that was created by swapping this over. We've got white culture pearl, look at those.
I'm glad to see the description actually, because I've always called them peanuts. And that's what they're called on here, which is nice. That's what they call them on there.
Absolutely, yeah. So white cultured pearls, centre drilled, peanuts. 12 by 9 to 15 by 8. Let's have a little look at these, because these are amazing, and I love the way they stack together. I love the way they sort of sit so perfectly together. They are absolutely stunning in their colour, so bright and so vibrant in their white, and then the pearlescence is exquisite. Look at that. You're again seeing that full rainbow, the reds, the greens, the pinks in there. So they're 12 by 9 to 15 by 8. They are amazing, and like nothing I've seen before in pearls. Nothing I've seen before in pearls. I'm just going to put these up as to a neckline, and just so that you can see, because the piece that was created, they had one strand, then they swapped them over, and that was only, look at that.
It's done for you, all the work.
Absolutely. Thanks, Mother Nature. You've been grand. Amazing. I would be really tempted just to restrand that and use it like that, just because it's so unusual, it's so different. And when I first saw the pieces like these, when I first saw the pieces like this, I thought that they were sort of trying to put I thought they were sort of interwoven. I was struggling to understand how you could get the pearls to sit out like that, which if you bought a strand of pearls, you wouldn't really be able to do. So I think to see them like this is just incredibly perfect. Beautiful white cultured pearls. Now, did you say we've got some little bit of info on pearls? So let's have a little look. Yeah, we've got a little info on pearls. So there you go. So they've always been popular through the ages. Actually, I love the fact that pearls are so incredibly popular. They are completely timeless. They have their sort of moments in fashion, don't they? They really do. So they have their moments in fashion. You're talking about the 1920s, very vintage feel. Actually, even way, way before that, they were incredibly popular. But sort of nearest piece of history to us, 1920s, that vintage feel, incredibly popular. then again comes back into fashion. We've actually recently, the last sort of lots of catwalks for the spring, the summer, brought back the pearls. A very quirky designer, I said this before, but a very quirky designer took it back to a very classic look with tweed and with pearls. And that's someone who normally is quite out there with designs, brought it back to basics. And I love that sort of feel to it. When we think of the women that have worn pearls, we're talking about Audrey Hepburn, Marilyn Monroe, we're talking glamorous, glamorous women. The Queen has worn pearls all the way through her reign. In fact, she's worn the same pearls through her reign.
Yeah, I've got a little story about that.
Go for it, please do.
She was given this for her wedding present.
Yeah.
She was given a strand of pearls that belonged to a past royal.
Yeah.
And there's 4 days since her reign that she hasn't worn them.
That's right.
And those were the 4 days that she had her children.
Children, that's it. That's absolutely right. Yeah. That's absolutely right. Yeah. Which means, I think, as well, when you're looking at something like that, that they were a hand-me-down piece. Yeah. They were an inherited piece.
That's right.
They are something that, from that time through to when she received them, all the way down till now, are always in fashion, always in style, and you can't go wrong. And I think when you're looking at pieces like this that are a little bit unusual, a little bit different, but again, I don't think these would ever go out of style and fashion just because they are pearl. They look like clusters of pearls, and they're so beautiful. So white culture pearl, centre drill, 12 by 9 to 15 by 8. But I think it's the glamour, I think, that's attached to it, isn't it? When you think of all the women that have worn them. Just fab. So we've got so many of you grabbing these, lots and lots of multi-bar. I definitely would, because I'd want to use one differently, and I'd want to use one just restrand it in a necklace. 100% I'd want to restrand it for a necklace, because they're fab. Fab. So what can we do for these? Because these are amazing and so different. We're going to match the launch price, $14.95.
What?
Oh yeah.
I was looking at thinking, well, each of those little peanuts are in fact 2 pearls.
Yeah, that's exactly
So you've
it.
got 2 strands, really.
Yeah.
And that's for that much. Okay.
That's it, $14.95. Got some messages coming in. Oh, Louise is like, please stop. I can't cope. It's a non-stop conveyor belt and I must have it now. Third mortgage coming on. Be careful.
It has been a phenomenal show. Congratulations
Amazing.
to Martha.
Yeah, Helen says, I've had these peanut pearls before. I made a stunning bracelet with sterling silver. I'm going to do that. Oh, yes. They just got real stability to them.
You didn't see this shape on the high street, would
No,
you?
never, no. Amazing. I love them.
Wow.
Bar says, absolutely love pearls. I think I'd call these twins. Yes, great show this morning. Yeah, I think I would as well.
Yeah.
They're fab. Geraldine says, can't believe you have pearl peanuts. Actually, that was 18 for Shelty. I love it. These are fab, aren't they? And like so many of you there are, so many actually, Jean and Frankie and, well, I was going through so fast, can't keep up. Joanne, we've got Geraldine, we've got Susan, we've got, we've got so many of you multi-buying, and I would do exactly the same, because I would want, well, one for myself. Absolutely one for myself. There we go. I definitely would do that. Don't forget that you've got one postage and packaging all day long. Love that. $2.95 for your postage and packing. Yeah, it goes all the way round to the back. But you wouldn't need to. You could take a couple off, I think. You could take like 4 off at the back. Yeah, and use them as little drop earrings. Fab. Also, you get your 30-day money-back guaranteed on every piece. On here, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 6, 8, 30, 2, 4, 6, 8, 40, 2, 4, 6, 8, 50, 2, 4, 6, 8, 58.
Wow.
But then they're doubled up, aren't they?
And they're doubled up pretty much, yeah.
Wow. So 25 pence a doubled up pearl. Phenomenal. It's phenomenal. $14.95. If you re-stranded them and put a silver clasp on the back, sterling silver clasp. I mean, we do clasp for like $6.95, don't we? And especially, I think a magnetic clasp would look amazing with this. What sort of price do you think you might go for, sell that for?
As far as the necklace goes, I wouldn't have a clue.
Right.
What I would do is charge £10 a pair of earrings for 2 pearls. Yeah.
For two twos?
Yes. So one of those in each year for £10. And how many did you say were on there? 56? Something like
58.
that? 58 was it? Okay. So that's 29 pairs of earrings out of 10 each. That's nearly £300. So £300 for earrings. And this would be unique because, as I said, I've never seen this shape before.
No, they're amazing.
Thing to have on your stand, wouldn't it?
That's it. That's it. I think that's it, isn't it? If you are a seller, it is so nice to have something that your next door neighbour doesn't have, which is fab. Yes, I love this clasp. Well done if you've managed to grab those pearls. Do check your baskets out. I think there's still some available, so feel free to go grab them. We just having a little recap in case you missed them, because it is bank holiday weekend and 9 o'clock's quite early, so we're just going to recap a little bit for you. We did have a text message about this one as well. So we've got a sterling silver end clasp, 6mm for a flat cords, and just $12.95. This is fab. You were saying earlier these would be great. Got Father's Day coming up.
Yeah, I think because it's quite a masculine looking. Yes, it's masculine, really contemporary look. I think it's beautiful. Yeah, and we had the hemp cords earlier. Were there any of these left? All gone. But we had the hemp cords earlier, and that with those sort of chocolatey colours, creating a braid with that for a gent is perfect. Absolutely perfect. And have a look in the
gorgeous.
Tilt it towards me so I can see the end. Yeah, you can get 2 paracord in there as well. So you could have 2 paracord laces and then do your paracord bracelet
around it.
Yes, so that would work really well actually.
So
you could make a really nice gents.
Very nice gents, yeah. And we had that paracord. Are there any of the paracord left? No, gone. We've been quite busy. They're fab, look.
And what you could do is you may use black paracord and then do exactly the same technique we did with the laying the chain. Yeah. Do you remember earlier in the kit? So that would really look really high end.
Perfect, yeah, that would be amazing. So well done if you managed to grab that. We just recapped that for you. We had a little message about that because we can see it on the web, but we had done that already. So just a little recap for you. We've got a brand new bundle. Now these are amazing. I love these. Yes. Now, always great, I think, to have half drilled gems. Always fab. If you were with us yesterday, we had a few findings actually. We had some little shepherd's hooks, and we also had some pendant bails. So if you managed to grab those, but there are obviously some on the web. I've also seen lots of designers using them with wire. You can just put a little tiny bit of glue, and we've had the glue, just dab the glue on, put them in the finding, put them in the wire, and create whatever you want with them. We've got a real mix in here, a real mix. So let's have a little look at what we've got. So we have got, wow, look at those. So white shell, faceted rounds, then we've got the burgundy shell, they're half drill, they're plain. Then we've got purple and tangerine, and then the drop in there as well. So how many do we have altogether? 25.
Shell pearl?
Yeah.
I've never seen this before.
No, brand new, brand new. I love that some are faceted as well. So the tangerine and the white are faceted, then the purple and that beautiful blue are plain, and then we've got the plain drops as well. So a real mix there, a real mix.
Do you remember on our late show on Wednesday we had those shepherd's hooks with the little flowers, with the little centre that we were going to pop half drilled pearls onto?
Yes,
do you remember?
we did. Yes, we did. That's absolutely right. Yes, these are fab. And there's so many. You can obviously use the findings because that's what they're designed for, but you don't have to use the findings, and can use just beautiful wire and create your own pieces. I always think the beauty of them being half drilled is you get that total smooth edge to them, total smooth edge, which you get just a sort of a perfect finish. So 5 different colours and styles there. This is what we should be. For 25, already amazing, 17.75. But we're not going to do that because it's been a crazy day and it's bank holiday and it's Eurovision and we're just going crazy.
Oh, gosh.
$9.95. Okay. For 25. There they go. For 25. $9.95.
Dear.
Wow. Wow. Definitely Chloe. She was like that. She was like, for 25. Yes, for 25. I've never seen that tangerine colour before. That's amazing. What a colour. Oh, perfect for summer. Absolutely perfect.
That's really good fun, isn't it?
I've been making a little ring with those. Yeah, perfect. Absolutely perfect. So $9.95. They are fab. All those different shapes. Have you? So Mum's like, I've got a question, but I can answer it myself. Isn't 5 a weird number for earrings? They could be pendants. Or they could be just drops on a chain. Rings, that's what I always think. I always think rings. That's what I always think. Yeah. We got 2 pairs of earrings and 1 alternate.
Good question.
I think of it as an added extra. Rather than 4, you got 1 more. I'm a poet. Look at me go. So in here we have got the shell pearl faceted. We've got it in the white and the tangerine. In the plain we've got the purple and that beautiful blue and those gorgeous, gorgeous drops. Look at those. So we take natural ingredients to create these beautiful shell pearls. And I think the beauty of the shell pearl is because they are created, they are guaranteed the size, the shape, but they are still all made of natural products. $9.95, amazing. 25 of them as well. Love that. Amazing. Right, I'm just going to pop those in there. Ooh. Hello, look at these.
Oh, I was drawn to these this morning. On the birthday show, we had a paracord hour and we introduced neon paracord colours. And we mentioned on the show there that you're not just restricted to using paracords, you can mix and match with other materials.
Perfect.
So these, and they match the paracord colours perfectly.
Do they?
Yeah, completely. They're amazing.
Actually, I remember you talking about that because you had neutral tones.
That's right.
And then
the neon
80s neon.
Yeah,
I was really jealous. I was so seeing that show. We had to swap it out, and I was like, I'm doing neon colours. And I was like, oh no, no,
So you could use your paracord as your base colour, as your lazy chords in effect, and then use these
over the
to
top.
do your knotting.
Is that the best way to mix the two together?
I think so. Yeah, you can plait them.
Yeah.
Do multi-strand plaiting with them. It just saves on your paracord and introduces another material to use.
Fab.
They're ace. That turquoisey dark blue at the end is amazing.
Yeah, that's gorgeous, isn't it? So we've got their new suede cords. We've got 5 meters in each. We've got hot pink, lime green, orange, turquoise, and yellow. Loads of different sort of combinations you can mix within the colours that you've got there. What's the difference between using, say, the suede cord and maybe some of the Eslon or wax cords?
It's just a really nice thicker cord, and it sits really nicely on the wrist as well because it's flat.
Yeah.
Because, as I said, because it's a lot thicker as well. And you can glue together. You can use glue and mix your colours and do all sorts of things.
Perfect. So what's the bonus of it being flat? Just that they'll lie together or sit nicely on the wrist?
You get a quick fix. You get more of a substantial quick fix bracelet.
Perfect.
Because of the thickness of it.
So because they're slightly larger, you create quicker.
Yeah. No, they're brilliant.
That colour's amazing. That neon's amazing. I think with festival, I think one of the first festival kicked off today. That's the first one that kind of sets the trend for the rest. And I think when you are seeing that sort of festival feel and all the bright colours, and if you want to mix those together, you absolutely can. But if you've got maybe a black or a white, going to pull back on all those colours, or a chocolatey brown will look great with all of those.
They're amazing. I love them.
They're fabulous. Fabulous. I'm a big fan of that 80s neon feel. I love it. But don't be afraid if you want to use those neon colours, because like I say, mix them with a chocolate brown or beige or anything, it's going to pull them back a bit. So we have got 5 meters in each. So 25 meters of all those colours: hot pink, lime, orange, turquoise, and yellow. 95.
Again, the kids will love these.
I mean,
you can macrame with them and do all sorts of friendship bits and pieces. But these colours are just perfect for that paracord bundle, the neon paracord.
Perfect. When you see the prices here, have you seen these sorts of prices anywhere else?
Not this price.
No.
Far from it.
Far from it.
Far from it.
Fab.
Yeah.
We've got another question on text, I think. So from Sissy, Mark, will the suedettes cord stretch when using it?
It hasn't since I've been using it.
Oh, cool.
Hasn't since I've used it. It's quite rigid, quite sturdy.
Cool. Can you get it wet? Like, can you go?
Yeah.
So you could wear it as sort of a beach. You could create beachwear with it, and wouldn't matter if you went swimming.
No, I don't think so.
Wow.
No, I wouldn't think so.
Love that. Got another message? Hi Vicky and Mark, really enjoying the show. Yay, Sandra. Could Mark tell me how many coils of memory wire I need to make a necklace?
Gosh, one should be enough. We haven't got the memory wire there, have we?
No,
I don't think we have. What I did, so when you get your memory wire necklace pack, I think again you get 14.
There might be some under your desk.
Let me have a quick delve.
That was brilliant.
Here we go.
Literally was like this. Okay, let me have a look.
Yeah, so this is the memory wire when you get it in a kit.
Yeah.
What I tend to do is cut one complete coil.
Yeah.
So from start to finish, okay, and then that will go around the neck, and then at the back I add an extender chain with a drop, just to finish off, making it so one complete coil all the way around.
Yeah.
Then hold it up to the neckline once you've made your piece, and then add chain at the back. Would you
ever do the same design? Now how you do sort of the 4 coil, would you ever do maybe 2 and have a similar design?
You could have it as a choker.
Yeah.
I could do that with a choker. I've never done that before, but there's nothing stopping you. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to wear anything too heavy, I wouldn't have thought.
No.
But you could do
like
that.
Like the chips and nuggets version.
Absolutely. But in general, I tend to use one whole coil, and then do the loops at either end after you've made your piece.
Yeah.
And then add chain with a drop.
Perfect.
And just add another gemstone at the back just to finish off at the back of the neckline. You should be okay with one. That's quite big.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Right, I'm going to pop those back in there, and ooh, this way. Here they are. I always forget because when I do the late show, I've just got like one little section. And I'm like all over the place here. Right, I love this colour. This is beautiful. I think with this that we had earlier, I'm just going to leave that on the side, so I think that's fab with it. We've got beautiful chrysoprase down. It really is almost like an electric mint colour. Beautiful gemstone. Gorgeous, gorgeous look to it. Look at that wonderful, wonderful colour. It's part of Cassini family, and it really is a gorgeous colour, absolutely beautiful, and I love all the sort of intricate detail. You get it from, I think it's nickel that it sort of creates all the detail inside the gem, which is beautiful. So we've got plain medium nuggets. They go from 3x1 to 11x2, 85 centimetre strand, and they are completely natural and great size as well, huge size. I think if you manage to grab those 10 strands, for me, that is beachwear done. That is, for me, beachwear done. I think that would go with any of those on there, actually. Also in there, we have got fluorite. So I'm just going to pop that over there. Whoop. This is beautiful. Now, when you see fluorite in its sort of full, purest form, it's clear, completely clear. Then, as it goes along, Mother Nature sort of injects colour into it, and it is natural, and it is that's what happens. Mother Nature sort of injects an element into the gem as it's crystallising, and that's what changes the colour. This is why we were quite shocked that we saw a full strand of blue, just because you see so many colours in fluorite.
Yes.
Golden colours, greens, purples. I love that you can get almost banding of colour. So an almost sort of a bi-colour. I've got one in there actually. There it is. So a bi-colour fluorite. I've got greens and pinks in that one. And just a fabulous gemstone. It's got that kind of hazy look to it, and it really does sort of glow inside the gem. And as you put it into fluorescent light, this gem will come alive and literally glow under fluorescent light. That's where the name fluorescence comes from. It comes from this gemstone. When you put it in a certain light, it will absolutely glow. And fluorite was named, so they called it fluorescent light. And that's what happens because of the beauty, because of the glow inside the gem that occurs. Look at that, beautiful. So a real mix of the two. We've got 285 carats worth of beautiful chrysoprase, medium, plain medium nuggets, 3x1 to 11x2. It's a whopping 85 centimetre strand, and 45 carats worth of multicoloured fluorite, which is stunning, and a real mix of beautiful summery colours. graduated plain rondelles from 2x1 to 6x3 on a 23cm strand. Look at that. Whoa. So for both of these, $6.95. I personally would take that at $6.95 without a shadow of a doubt. Easily. It's a beautiful gemstone, stunning look to it, gorgeous colour, but why not add a little extra?
That fluorite looks like yellow opal, doesn't it?
It does a little. I see what you mean. Yeah, I'm just going to spin it around actually, because yeah, it's got that, because it's got diaphanity to it. It really allows the light to sort of bounce around inside the gem. I can't believe it's $6.95 for both strands. Really, I mean, great. These are quite a size as well, these nuggets, quite a size. Amazing, absolutely amazing. So $6.95 for both. And again, very sort of beautiful summery colours with that green. I think as well though, when you're looking at greens, you know that it's sort of nature's starting colour.
Yeah, so you know that everything is going to go perfectly well with it.
Yeah, base colour, isn't it? From grass to leaves and trees and stems and all that sort of stuff. So fab colour, but like I said, I would be really tempted to put it with that blue. Or even, actually, I think maybe even, to be fair, we've just said it'll go with anything, which it will, but those moonstone, those peachy moonstones, yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
That would be fab. Text message for you, Mark. Hi, Vicky and Mark. Can I ask Mark, can I put a clasp on a memory wire bracelet? Says Dorothy.
Exactly the same way. So start off your loop as you're going to make at the end.
Yeah.
So bend in.
Yeah.
Start curling back.
Yeah.
Then pop on your clasp and then complete the loop.
Oh, fab.
Yeah, so you can. Yeah.
So how much extra do you need to put on your bracelet?
So I would just have the complete coil.
Yeah.
And then you might get an overlap, depending on the wrist size, obviously. So I mean, little Ali's little wrists wouldn't take a whole memory wire coil because it's so dainty. So I would probably do maybe 3/4 of a coil. Yeah. Then attach the clasp with a chain. But that's a really nice idea, and you get a really nice high-end look.
So you want to almost sort of measure it out first, and just leave enough room to put the clasp in.
Maybe leave an inch to then enable you to pop your clasp on.
And any clasp you can use?
Yep, lobster claw, you can use toggle clasp. Anything that's got a little, it's got a loop for you to attach it to the memory wire.
Ah, that's really good. Yeah. So nice look to it. You don't have to use it obviously because the memory wire will hold it all itself.
Get a really nice, glamorous, elegant finish. Yeah. Clasp
fab. So there we go. They were just $6.95. Lots of you grabbing that. Well done. Do check your baskets out if you've got that in that though, because that was $6.95 for those. They were fab. Now I love this colour. I love this colour because it's incredibly neutral and really a go-to colour. I think going to go with any kind of skin tone if you are a seller or giving it as a gift. Also, it's brilliant to just grab when you can sort of make a stable piece that you know that you can just grab at any point. Great shape to these as well. Look at these. So mother of pearl duo, look at those. The beauty I think of mother of pearl is the fact that as the light catches it, you'll always get that full rainbow effect in it. Always get that full rainbow effect. So beautiful. So we've got the diamond and then we've got the hollow diamond. So they'd look great together. You could even have a strand of this with just one in the centre maybe. Do you think you might incorporate gemstones in the centre?
I think so, definitely.
100%. There you go.
Definitely. I mean, those coloured shell pearl we had earlier.
Yeah.
Remember? That would be, just choose some colours of those.
Yeah, or maybe even just a sort of spacer bead, the silver or the gold would go.
Do you remember the 3-strand pack we had on the late show on Wednesday with the bi-coloured teeth that were different colours back and front? Yeah. They'd lend themselves really well to incorporate some of these in.
Yeah, fab idea. These are beautiful. I love that they're the same shape, but just got that different look to them, so you've got the hole through them.
You could just alternate them, I think. Choose a gemstone to pop in the middle. I mean, a black agate. That just look amazing. Perfect,
absolutely perfect. Yeah, or a nice bright gem, depending on what look you're going for. Yeah, fab. So we've got 2 strands here, 14 mil both of them, but one is a complete diamond and one is a hollow diamond. But like I said, I think these are a sort of a go-to piece, a go-to colour. Wow, $7.95 for both. $7.95 for both. That's it. I mean, like you say, you can either alternate them, you can have one as a main feature in the centre, you can have them as stack of bracelet. They would sit in in between each other like that. If you sort of obviously threaded them through properly, they would sit really nicely as proper stackers. That's fab. We've got a text message. Thank goodness it's nearly 1 PM. I need to lie down, says Louise. Wow, what a show. Oh, one of the best for fantastic gems. Well done all. Yeah. Thanks, Martha. You've been grand. Fab. This is gorgeous. I love that. What do you think you might do with these?
There's a really nice technique where you take a diamond or any shape that's got a hole in the centre,
yeah,
and you pop a head pin from inside out,
yeah,
and then on the other side of the circle inside out. So in
yeah,
effect you've got the diamond with a hole in the middle, 2 little balls, and then the rest of the head pin.
Pins.
Then you turn that into rosary link. So you do a rosary link design with it.
Perfect. So you don't even see anything in the centre.
No.
You take advantage of the fact that it's just got.
It's a really nice technique, and I think we've got some flat. If we have flat head pins, that's even better because
then they'll just disappear.
They're floating. It's a really nice technique.
Oh, really nice idea. That's fab. So both strands are just $7.95. I think they've been incredibly popular. Well done if you've managed to grab those. So we have got one more new bundle for you. So I'm just going to grab these beautiful lapis lazuli.
Those tubes are ace.
They're amazing, aren't they?
On the Makes for Men DVD that Drew and I recorded, gosh, nearly 2 years ago now.
Is it really?
Yeah, there's a technique called railroad bracelets which uses nothing but these tubes, and it's a really nice effect where you interweave. It's like a beady bead where the cords go in and out in opposite directions.
Fab, yeah.
And you get a tramline bracelet, and they look amazing.
So they would end up this way, all the way down.
Yep. It looks
great
that's a stunning
idea.
technique, really nice. And if you use paracord as your rail tracks on the outside with your tubes on the inside, it's a really nice effect.
Oh, lovely. Really nice, really nice. But we've not only got those, we've got the rounds to go with it as well. So we've got 10mm rounds, 300 carats worth of lapis lazuli in the 10mm rounds, and then the tubes themselves are 14x4, and you've got 60 carats worth. It's a gemstone steeped in history, beautiful depth of colour. Oh, there you go.
There it is.
There you are. I'm making the tube bracelet.
Yeah, it's a really nice technique.
So instead of using what you had on the other side, instead of using, it looked like spacer beads on the outside. Yeah, I just use
spacer beads, but you could incorporate a cord down the outside as well.
Fab. That's a really nice idea actually, because you've got a real sort of staple design, but still using.
And again, for Father's Day, a lapis with that clasp that we had earlier, that would just be amazing.
I'm going to grab that clasp. Was there any of that clasp left? Any of that sterling silver clasp? Yeah, I think there are still a few of.
So silver spacers down the outside edges. With that down the centre, that would be beautiful. So that technique, then you have the clasp at the top and the bottom.
Amazing. I love that idea. That's fab.
Yeah.
So we have got, that's fab. So we've got those 2 strands for you, 2 strands, 300 carats worth of lapis lazuli in the 10mm, 60 carats worth in the tubes that are 14x4, and we're going to do both of these. I think this is incredibly popular already. We're going to do both of these beautiful strands at $12.95 for the 2. Wow.
Okay.
Wow. $12.95 for both.
That's amazing.
It is amazing. Amazing. Thank you so much for staying with us. We've had a fab show.
It's been good today.
Been amazing. Well done if you're grabbing this. Gillian, Doreen, Valerie multibuying, Sarah multibuying, Jeanette, Fatima, Malik, Sally, Linda, Christine. We have also got Eva, well done, coming through. A few anonymouses there, well done. Belinda, yours just gone through. Sarah multibuying. Alison, well done. Holding on the phone lines. Eva, well done to you. This is fab. $12.95. Do check those baskets out. It's a fab deal. I love this gemstone, and you're right, can totally be unisex, this gem.
That's amazing.
Perfect. $12.95. $12.95. They are fab. Now we gave you, let's do these ones first actually. I love these. These are gorgeous. Love this. So this was, we had 4 bundles of elastics and we had 10 reels. These were the beautiful pastel colours. We had the bright, vibrant colours as well, which would go so nicely. They're your challenge. We're going to come to those in a bit. 100 metres worth of pastel elastic bumper pack. So 10 reels on those colours. So 10 metres in each reel. They're stunning, so beautiful. And we're going to have a look, but we've talked about how you can macrame with it, how you can add beads to it, how you can just do elasticated bracelets, great for kids, fab for pretty much everything. Amazing look to them, great colour. Did you find them nice to work with?
They're ace, and they're really strong as well. As long as you remember just to do that pre-stretching before you start.
Yeah.
And you'll find you've got a much stronger
And what was your scientific reason for that?
It changes the molecular structure.
I love it, yes. Fabulous. Love it, Dr. Mark. Fabulous. So $6.95, that was for the pastels. Well done if you managed to grab that. We're just bringing those again for you in case you missed them the first time round. We had this incredible sterling silver collection. This is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Well done if you've managed to grab these already. So an incredible stack, absolutely amazing stack there. Fabulous amount in there. Just, I mean, to see so much, the fact that it's sterling silver, the fact that you need this in your collection, even if you don't use it all the way through, take advantage of the fact that it's been clubbed together and you've got so much there. Amazing. $74.95 that went through. $74.95. Fabulous. So it's silver and with the gold plating. Silver with the gold plating. Amazing. So much in there for everything that you're going to need there, isn't it? An absolute stasher builder. Everything that you're going to need in sterling silver. So sterling silver or gold plating over the top of that sterling silver. Right, we gave you... Now, are there any left of these? All right, so can I take these with me? Look at all of those.
I have been chatting rather a lot today, hence
That's
why
all right.
the lack of finished items.
Amazing. Now, if you've never used elastics before and you're looking at them going, wow, they look amazing, but why would I want them? They're phenomenal for just stretchy bracelets.
Stretchy bracelets, which I've made. I've made stucker bracelets with the agate there and with a bit of nucite. That's not unikite.
Unikite.
Then I hit the macrame right at the beginning, which is ace.
I'm going to put these because this was your challenge, and you even challenged yourself in the challenge.
And it lends itself so well actually to Kumihimo.
Amazing.
Really
so
good.
this one is a stretchy bracelet.
So orange elastic just to blend in nicely with the.
And you just use one length and just tie it in the knot and then just cut it right near the edge.
I do a triple knot. I do 2 knots, then pull really tight.
Yeah.
And then a 3rd knot, pull tight, and then cut.
So your surgical knot.
Yes. Yeah.
And then another one. Fab. Then you added in gemstones and the macrame on the edge. Fab. Nice and easy to work with.
Brilliant. Really good. Really good. That colour's amazing. Those 2 greens.
I'm going to put these on. Yeah.
They work really well. It's just
They're
simple.
fab. They're amazing. So it's just simple stacker bracelets.
Yeah.
But guaranteed pretty much to fit anyone.
Yeah,
That's the beauty of it, isn't it? And they are 3 separate ones using just 3 rounds of elastic.
Yeah.
And then you use them. Wow.
Just to see if it did do it, and it did. Can you see that section there? I took the weight off.
Yeah.
And how different it looks.
It looks so different. I'm just going to spin that actually, just to show you.
So it's always best to keep your weight.
Keep the weight on so you can maintain.
Yes.
It looks amazing with that though. And was that really easy to do?
Really easy. It's a straightforward 8-warp braid. And even if you try to undo, if you try to open it, it's still quite solid. It's not going to. See what I mean? It's quite solid, even though it's elasticated. It's really nice.
It's got real great sort of strength to it as well. That was fab. So $6.95, that was it. We've got a few questions before we finish. How would you finish off a bracelet made with elastic?
Again, you would, so I'd tie my first knot.
Yep.
Just do it on here quickly. We cut that through. I've got time. Yeah. Just cut that. So this is how I finish mine. I do my first notch, like so. Then before you tighten it, tie your second.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Then pull really, really tight.
Yeah.
And then another knot over the top of that.
Yeah.
And then cut.
And then cut. Do you cut pretty close?
Yeah. Be careful not to cut through
the knot.
Cut through the knot. That's why I do 3 knots, not just 2. And then you can put a dab of jewellery glue on, or clear nail varnish is another good one as well.
Amazing.
Some extra stability.
Amazing. I've had such a fabulous show.
Good.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for staying with us. Wish you the best bank holiday. Enjoy. Ali is going to be up next with Sammy. I'm going to be with you on Monday next time we're both back. Yeah, some more. Some more. Have a fabulous, fabulous bank holiday. You enjoy yourself as well.
Yes, I will.
I've had a wonderful time. I hope you have as well. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Enjoy Eurovision.
I will.
Yeah,
I will.
absolutely. And we will both see you
Monday night.
Monday night. Yes, indeed we will. So have a lovely weekend.
Bye-bye.
We'll see you later.